Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 125th U.S. Open Golf Championship. Stay in the game all off-season with NFL Plus. Subscribe at plus.nfl.com. Terms and conditions apply. Sung Jae Im got to 5 under through his first 11 holes today, had the outright lead, and then made a bogey to drop back to 4 under. That was the number that J.J. Spawn posted in the morning wave. Im made back-to-back bogeys to drop back to 3 under. Tristan Lawrence of South Africa posting a round of 67, 3 under. Ben Griffin and Thomas Dietrich in the clubhouse at -1. Jordan Spieth made a birdie to get to 1 under. Notable names, John Rahm, Victor Hovland at even par. With this U.S. Open report, I'm Whit Watson, Westwood One Sports.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
The Jeep brand has always stood for American freedom. And now we're standing with you with Employee Pricing Plus. Hurry into your Jeep brand dealer for details today and join the family. Jeep, there's only one. Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Jeep brand vehicles for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers will qualify. Restrictions apply. Does not apply to leases. Ends 6/30/25. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
O'Reilly. Stay cool this summer with AC Pro refrigerant at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get a $15 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select AC Pro refrigerant products that include a hose and gauge. If your vehicle's AC is blowing hot air, beat the heat with AC Pro. Visit your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
This is regular deodorant.
Ugh, I can't.
Secret Clinical with workout sweat.
Let's run another marathon.
And regular deodorant.
How much more?
Secret is the GOAT because nothing fights sweat better.
Stay fresher under pressure.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains June 13th through the 23rd. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Download our free app at 1580thefanatic.com.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday here on the Daily Blender. And your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room on his birthday. That's right. We couldn't even give him a day off on his birthday. You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And so did you get anything good for your birthday yet?
So far, I have actually gotten 0 gifts. So
well, let me give you a gift right now, Harris. One that's going to last you a lifetime.
Okay.
Let it be known that you share a birthday of with someone of great greatness.
And Frank,
a legendary person in this world that you share a birthday with, and that is my son, Nicholas.
Oh, I'm in
NASCAR
good
Nick.
company.
NASCAR Nick. Yes, turns
NASCAR
another year
Nick,
older
man.
today. Yeah.
Wow. Happy birthday, NASCAR Nick, man.
Yeah, there you go. There
Lucky
you
him.
go.
Well, you got that going for you.
My brother shares a birthday with LeBron James and Tiger Woods, so he's
Mm.
definitely got the leg up on me there. But
Outside
you know,
of Nick, who
Yes,
famous
that's
has your
something.
birthday?
my birthday,
Mhm.
and Frank and Drew Holiday.
Mm.
Yeah, well, that was kind of heavy right there.
Stunning.
Frank.
Stunning. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to make it so heavy off the bat, guys. Sorry. I'm
Mm,
still figuring
stunning.
this thing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunning is a good way to describe it, Randy.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so today is day 2 of using this new streaming thing.
Yeah.
I've made it look sexy, and we also
Yeah, you
want to make
have.
sure somebody tell us if the audio sounds nice or not.
Yep.
That's those are the two things we're wondering about that. So if you're watching on the YouTube live or on the Twitter X, the Facebook, whatever it is, if you are watching and listening, let us know how the audio is. I know
Yeah.
Fish Tank uses it like it's a TV show, and there's some other super fans in the fourth dimension who do the same thing.
Doesn't Donnie use it?
I don't know if Donnie uses it or not.
I think he does. Well, he did at least that time to flip us off.
Yeah.
So he might watch it as a TV show.
He's a troll. I mean, he always has been.
Well, hey, listen though, if he turns on the TV and he puts us up there, even though he's an insufferable, as you say, tool sometimes, I still appreciate him. 888-368-1580. Cardinal Art says, tuned in as usual, best part of the day. May I please have the coldest of beers and a shot for me and Triple H. Happy birthday, kid.
Oh, no kidding. You and Triple H share a birthday? Wow. I didn't know that.
Awesome. Happy birthday. Love
Wow.
it.
Wait, no, he didn't say that.
I thought he did.
No, he didn't.
He wanted a shot of beer, a shot and a beer.
He wants to
and-
share
for a birthday.
the free drinks with Harris. He didn't say it was his birthday.
Oh,
It's not
I
his-
see.
It's not his birthday.
Thank you.
Thought
I
it was his
appreciate
birthday.
it. Appreciate
And
it. Fourth
Frank's
Dimension.
birthday.
And Frank's birthday
And
today.
Frank's birthday.
Send her up
Yeah.
a drink to the attic. There you go. 888-368-1580. That is your number to be a part of this program, whether
Yep.
you like it or not.
Yep.
There's no option. You have to text in.
You have to text in.
Here
Zero
you go,
option.
Triple H,
Oh,
for your birthday.
Whoa, whoa,
appreciate
whoa,
it,
whoa.
Randy.
Let's see some ID.
Huh?
Oh, I got some.
Let's see some ID. Don't show it on the camera.
well,
Don't
he
show
Oh,
it.
was,
no, that's a good point. I
He's
can't show it on
24.
camera.
He's 24 today.
Yeah,
I
I know,
can't
but
show
I'm
it on camera.
suspicious of that.
What do you mean you're suspicious of that? Look at this
We
mustache.
used to have a 16-year-old on the show. We called him Squid.
That
His
is
name,
actually crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, his name eludes me now.
Mm.
But he looked older than you. So
No, we didn't. Not with
gonna
this
want to see some
mustache.
ID at some
He,
point.
he
just
was
not
pretty
on camera.
close. Pretty close. I will say that. Yeah.
Gosh darn it. 16-year-old. How'd you find a 16-year-old to do the show? How does that even work?
Well,
We
I mean, he
searched-
wasn't really doing our show so much. He would fill in sometimes,
Yeah,
and we were
yeah.
teaching him.
Oh.
And then he said, I'm late for business. And he decided to change from broadcasting to business. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I feel bad. I wonder if that had something to do with us.
Mm.
He said it didn't. He said it was more pressure from his
He
family.
might be saying that to be nice.
Mm.
But yeah. I think we have broken many people, haven't we, Randy?
Mm.
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
Yeah.
So you've told.
I said I didn't say rectum. I said
Yeah.
broken.
Oh.
Cardinal Art says, I'm tuned in on my radio. Sounds clear. Jeffco. And no, my birthday is November 23rd.
Ah.
And Harris's dad texts in, start. Mr. Hicks, you got to stop using the word stop.
Yeah. You need to use quit or cease or
halt.
halt.
Beer
Alto.
Bob says,
Oh my gosh. I love you,
even
Dad.
though it's his birthday, is Harris even old enough to have a drink?
Oh, yeah.
Round of beers, please, Randy.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
if Harris
Absolutely.
says he is,
Yeah.
we
I'm old
Why
enough
not?
and I have drank
I mean-
before. Get me a couple dirty Shirleys in me, man. You
oh,
won't even
no, we're not
recognize
doing
it.
Shirley. You get a beer.
Dirty Shirley.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Wow.
Dirty Shirley.
No Shirley Temples,
Okay.
whether they're dirty or
What?
not.
Come on.
Uh-huh.
It's just one.
Is that
Harris's
using
dad says, "Shut up."
Wow.
Was-
Is that to Harris or
I
to,
have no
to
idea.
us? I mean, wow.
That might be his alternative to saying stop.
I think
Okay.
he's talking.
He'll say, "Shut up."
I don't think he's talking to you. I think he's.
Could be any of us.
I don't know. Shut up. I don't. Wow. Huh.
Shut your face.
Wow. All right, Dad.
Shut
Coming
your
out
festering
firing.
gob, you tit.
Love you too, Dad.
Tank
Miss you.
Blood says HBD HHH.
Thank
What?
you, Tank Blood.
That's
Appreciate it, brother.
That's like millennial code for happy birthday,
Oh,
Triple H.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to read all your dumb acronyms, everybody. So use your words. Use your words.
Appreciate it, though, Tank Blood. Love the birthday wishes.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Sorry.
excuse you, Jeffrey. You're
Yeah, I just
excused.
coughed all over the microphone. I probably should have a mute button.
But you don't.
Or at least a cough button.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing, Randy.
Oh,
What do you think that is?
oh, I thought it was different. Yeah.
No. I mean, I just happened to cough. A lot of
I
times
thought
I'll
that
put it-
the
I
cough
sneeze.
button. I thought the cough button was whenever you had to cough and or sneeze or clear your throat or whatever. What it did was it made it go silent, and I thought a mute button muted it.
It's the same thing, Randy.
Huh?
Only thing is, if I cough or if I sneeze, I will hit a button. But if I
Yeah.
fart and everyone can hear it, I'm just
Uh-huh.
proud.
Well,
It's not rocket
just
surgery,
proud.
Randy. But
I mean, there is that.
Quiet Cannon says, Harris, happy birthday. Hats off to you. You were accurate with your prediction. The Pacers neutralized the MVP, took
Boy,
care
they
of the
did.
ball, and they
Yeah.
won.
Yeah. How
Thanks,
about that?
Quiet Cannon. Appreciate the birthday wishes. And the Pacers are making me look like a genius right now.
Except for not in the way we thought, because they actually shot 3-point percentages worse than
Than
they did in
Oklahoma
the last
City.
game.
Yeah.
They were at 33.3, but their field goal percentages went up. And it sounds like somebody took advice from Jeffrey O'Brien. And here's the advice. You guys don't ever hear it because I'm at home screaming it at the TV when I give it.
Yeah.
But that advice is if you can't get a 3, get a 2. Just go get a basket. Don't
Yeah.
let the score start to creep up on you because you can't get a 3. If the threes ain't working, just get to the basket. And they did an awful lot of that last night and a lot
Right.
of mid-range
Right.
shots and stuff.
Yeah, this
So,
game had an exceedingly low amount of threes taken. And I love it.
by the Pacers for sure, at least
And the
percentage
Thunder.
wise.
The Thunder took 22 threes out of 79 shots. That's like 2005 numbers. I love it.
So they were just in a hurry to get points on the board and get down the court. So
Yeah, they were just taking it to the basket a lot. Yeah.
proud of someone for actually listening to me scream because there's so many times you see clunk, 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 and I'm like, just get in there and get 2 then.
Yeah.
And they actually did it
Someone's got to do it.
because they live and they die by that 3. And the Pacers said, yeah, maybe we won't die today. Maybe today, we'll just keep it close. And then I just was surprised in the fourth quarter watching them just start to put some distance between them and OKC. Not much. It was never out of reach for OKC, except for somebody realized it's like, hey, remember we practiced all those threes? Oh yeah, that was fun. Hey, remember we practiced our defense? Yeah, that was great. Hey, remember when we practiced our free throws? No, I don't think we did that. Did we do that? I don't think we did that. Oh, it showed.
I knew I
what
was
was the
forgetting
free throw
something.
percentages of misses that they had? Because it seemed like lots.
Oklahoma City went 23 for 30 from the line, 77%. Indiana, 19 of 22, 86%.
Ah,
It's a
It
difference.
felt like the free throws missed were more than that for OKC,
Yeah.
but probably
towards the
just
end.
because of when it happened, when they needed them points the most.
Towards the end, they did miss some crucial foul shots. Yeah.
Harris, your dad says, Mom says, happy birthday, Harris. Get back to cotillion and etiquette school. And he sent a picture, I believe, of you and your mom having a nice dance.
So I went to, people wonder why I have such good and eloquent manners at the
Nobody
table.
wonders that, Harris.
Everyone
I'm not
wonders
going to
that.
lie to
Everyone
you.
wonder. I get that question all the time.
Nobody
and
asks you
I
that.
get the question. all
I'm
the
pretty
time,
sure he
you know.
does. Yeah.
I think yeah, I do. And that's why I went to junior cotillion. My parents made me go, and I learned manners. and I
Made you go
learned-
with your
They
mom.
did, they made me go. My mom, well, some of the parents would drop us off and then watch us.
She got out there on the floor with you.
She did at times. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
like a parent and kid dance. Yeah.
I like that smarmy look
Mother
on your
Sunday.
face where you're like, all right, ladies, who's next?
I wasn't getting any ladies at the time. I was like 4'2", Jeffrey. They were all towering over me.
How tall is your mom?
My mom's like 5 feet.
And
Like,
she's taller than you in this photo. How old are you at this thing?
probably about 12 or 13. I was the
You
smallest.
look, except for the mustache, exactly the same.
Wow.
I was the smallest kid in my class. Like, I was a late bloomer. So, smallest kid in my class, but didn't stop me from being an inspirational basketball player. let me
Harris
tell you.
then goes home and says, late bloomer, still waiting.
Still waiting. I am still waiting. It'll
Beer
come.
Bob says, did he get his birthday spanking? Or should the fourth dimension line up after the show?
Birthday
I get
spanking.
my birthday spanking.
Wow.
You sound like Moist One with that text.
Yeah.
We don't do
Ooh.
spanking. We don't do spanking around these parts.
Not in the show, at least.
Moist One says, happy birthday, Harris. I got a present for you. Just reach out or around. Okay, no, don't do that. Tank Blood says, Obi Toppin is a stud.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Obi Toppin's good. And Indiana, man, this bench is what won them the game. I mean, they had a
You're not wrong.
Yeah, they had a lot of bench
27
points.
points for Matherin off the bench.
Mhm. And TJ McConnell played well too. So here's what I've learned from this series so far. If Indiana doesn't get that spark plug from their bench, remember game 1, it was Obi Toppin. Game 2, they didn't quite get it. And game 3, Ben Matherin had 27. So that spark plug on the bench seems to be what's sending Indiana over the edge with Oklahoma City. So that's what they're getting. That's why they're winning.
T-Licious says, happy birthday, Harris. Don't get fat-headed and go full fill today. Just do your damn job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for
No,
the
I agree.
advice,
He should
T-Licious.
just do his damn job.
I
Just
should do my job.
Do
yeah.
your
don't
job.
forget
Yeah.
to do it, and correctly would be nice.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you can
trying.
do correctly.
Yeah.
But
I'm
here,
trying.
if it's since your birthday, you can have the main screen on the show for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Happy
thank
birthday,
you.
Harris.
Wow, I
Yeah.
feel like a whole new person.
And
Wow,
it's
that-
over.
Oh.
All right, so,
Yeah, I was going to say that's enough.
yeah, I've had enough of that.
Shoot, dang it, yeah.
So the Pacers,
Yeah.
2-1. Here are the stats on that in the previous 41 NBA Finals that were tied
Mhm.
at a game apiece. The Game 3 winner went on to win the whole damn thing 33 times. That is 80.5% of the time.
Mm.
The team who wins that game wins the whole thing. But yeah, plus minus OKC. I feel like this is going to be just a back and forth slugfest. If the Pacers win it, they'll win it in 6. But
Yeah.
I don't think anybody needs to count OKC out yet. I mean, do you see some sort of evidence that the Pacers have the kryptonite for OKC just because they beat them in this game?
Oh yeah, they for sure have it. I mean,
They
have
had
in-
it last night.
Yeah.
But you remember, some of what happened with OKC was self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Like I said, at the end, blowing them free throws.
Mhm.
Some other things that you saw along the way too. So are you really going to sit there and be on the opinion that, oh, Pacers got it. This is it. Pacers all the way. I don't feel that confident.
Am I going to be of the opinion that Indiana has got it all the way?
Yeah, because if they have the kryptonite, if they have figured out how to beat OKC, then the next thought has to be they're going to win this thing.
Gosh, I'm so back and forth on it. And
See what I mean?
Yeah, I would take Indiana to win the series if they're still against the spread. If you're listening, whoever, Fourth Dimension, I'd love for y'all to get me that price and see what it is. I'll take Indiana straight up. Yeah, I will. I'll take them to win all the way. The odds and the numbers and the whole media cannot make sense of this team. They are highly doubting them every single time. And that's because this is the most, if they win, this is the most unusual NBA champion we've ever seen. Because you think about NBA teams that win a championship without having, that top 5 player in the league, right? It's rare. You talk about 2014 Spurs, and that was when Duncan was like 38. They still had really good players. And like the Pistons in 2004. But other than that, really didn't have anybody. Well, those teams were at least like number 1 and 2 in the West, winning like 60, 58 games, a lot of games. This Indiana team was 5th in the East. 5th in the East. So in no way have we seen a team like this. You know what they remind me of? I use a lot of college basketball terminology, and a team that popped up, y'all may not remember this, but UConn in 2014 became the 2nd lowest seed ever to win a national championship. They were a 7 seed, ended up winning the whole thing, and everyone looked back on it, and it was like, what? They didn't see this coming at all. And to put it in more recent terms, like that Ohio State team this year, where you watch them against Michigan and they look abysmal. You watch them against Oregon shoot themselves in the foot, and people are like, well, that Ohio State team is super talented, but they haven't quite put it together. And you see them in the playoffs, and it's like a vastly different team when they boat race Tennessee and Oregon. Well, the Pacers team has sort of a little bit of that, where they're just a different team now. They're a different team than what their record showed in the regular season, and we have to accept it, and we have to use them and describe them as that, because that's what they are.
So the difference occurred in the fourth quarter when the Patriots outscored OKC 32-18.
Yeah.
And so here's what I see. You may see it differently. I see game one, the Pacers hanging in there, or, at least within 10, 15 points behind, and then had a spurt in the fourth quarter to come back and win.
Yeah.
Next game, Pacers didn't hang in there.
No.
This game, Pacers hung in there, had a spurt in the fourth quarter to win the game. That doesn't give me the same kind of confidence in Indiana that maybe it gives you. Sure, it's worked for them 2 out of these 3 games, but I'm not sure that this is going to happen, 4 out of the 7 games. This is not assured at all that, so Indiana, here is your path to victory. Your path is either going crazy on the threes, going crazy on the shooting like they did game one, and then being able to come back from behind, or like what happened last night, the great defense, being able to hang in there with them and go back. There was 15 different ties in that game.
Yeah.
So it was going back and forth. They kept it close, and then just wore out OKC. I think that's more than anything. They just wore them out towards the end, and were able to sort of chip away and then build 6 points, 8 points, 10 points.
Rick Carlisle.
But I just don't see this as wow, we have figured out the formula. This is just the way it went. And Rick Carlisle does a good job, but I keep seeing OKC blowing it more than I see the Pacers winning it.
Well, there's a reason for that. Oklahoma City's the youngest team in the NBA. And the coach matchup here is really interesting. Daigneault's a very good coach for Oklahoma City, but you can tell Rick Carlisle has won a championship based on how he's coaching, because they made an adjustment that I don't think a lot of people have taken notice of. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is shooting 35% from the field in this series when he's guarded by Andrew Nembhard. So Oklahoma City just said, Indiana, for that matter, said, F it, we're not switching. We're going to keep this guy on SGA, whatever. Screens, you're going to fight through it. We're not going to do this crap where he doubles and he puts it and he switches on Miles Turner and just splits the screen and then bam, he's out there. Like, Andrew Nembhard has played amazing defense. And he's been able, you can see his hands when he plays defense, his hands are like out of the way. They're like almost up in the air because he knows how much SGA, all the herky-jerky stuff that allows him to get to the foul line, because he's just such a good finesse player. Well, Andrew Nembhard didn't fall for it game 3 and was able to play great defense on him with great anticipation. He didn't let him get to his spots. And yeah, SGA looked a little rattled game 3, and that was one of the things that gave Indiana the edge there, was Andrew Nembhard's defense. So Carlisle made one heck of an adjustment there.
Got the price for you from several people. Baker's Cocky Hen says it's plus 190 earlier for Pacers. Series will win still.
Yeah.
Fifth letter says plus 185 for Indiana to win on DraftKings.
Yep.
And Moist One says it's 185, on the DraftKings for the Pacers. So there you go. There's your numbers right there.
Get that 190. I like it.
King Kitten says just in, final score from Denver, Giants 7, Rockies 8. Who cares?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Rockies won.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's
Rockies beat the Giants. Wow.
Yeah, the Rockies won. Never see that happen. I mean, that's a moment in itself. How about that?
Taco Kenny says, happy birthday, Harris Estodo.
Thank you, Taco Kenny.
You know what Estodo means, right?
No, I don't. Tell me.
That is all.
Oh.
That's what it means.
You see. Okay.
Estodo. That is all.
Yeah.
Quiet Cannon says Rick Carlisle's the best coach, I believe. He has the ability to win them close games.
Yeah, this is really, really familiar to the 2011 NBA Finals when Dallas was just unprecedentedly the underdog, and no one thought in a million years that they were going to win. They didn't make any sense, but they at least still had Dirk, who was the top 5 player in the world. Indiana doesn't have that. And Indiana, Dallas just was able to beat them, and no one made sense of it.
That was nobody thought about a million years ago, because a million years ago, there's nobody around to think about it. I mean, in fact, according to the people from the part of the world you come from, this place is only 5,000 years old. So how can anybody think of anything for a million years, Harris?
We can get into that more if you want to, but
I really don't. I just really don't. Donnie says Americans team is 2 wins away.
Indiana's America's team?
Why are they American? Who said that? Nobody said
I don't know
that.
if they're America's team. The ratings don't prove that, but they're Indiana's
That just means
team.
that Donnie's got money on them.
Does it
That's what it is.
Yeah, conflict of interest perhaps in that claim.
Taking a break. We'll be back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender? Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 125th U.S. Open Golf Championship. J.J. Spawn posted a 66 in the morning wave, 4 under, and that looks pretty good at the moment. He's never made a cut at a U.S. Open. His best finish at a major was a tie for 23rd at the Masters in 2022 after he won the Valero Texas Open 1 week earlier. After his round today, he talked about his expectations.
I didn't really feel like, I'm going to shoot a bogey-free round 4 under. I really didn't know what to expect, especially because I've never played here. But, yeah, maybe sometimes not having expectations is the best thing, so I'll take it.
4-time DP World Tour winner Tristan Lawrence of South Africa, 3 under at the U.S. Open at Oakmont. Sung J M and Rasmus Niergaard Peterson at 3 under as well. With this U.S. Open report, I'm Whit Watson, Westwood One Sports.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
It's the bone-crushing hits. The searing sounds of training camp.
Come on, knock their ass back. All gas, no brakes. Let's go.
Soon, the new recruits will show up for minicamp. And then, it's down to business in training camp. When it comes to the NFL, we talk about it. We're 1580 The Fanatic and always on at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for the NFL.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580. The Fanatic. Buffalo Mike has spots. There are thinky thoughts in Buffalo Mike's cranium that need to come out.
All right.
All right. If they come out of his ear hole, that means he's had a stroke and he's dying.
Yes.
If it comes out of his nostrils, that means he's got allergies and he's blowing his nose.
Okay.
If they came out of his mouth, we couldn't hear it because he's there
All
and we're
right.
here. So
All right.
the thinky thoughts of Buffalo Mike have come out of his thumbs.
His thumbs.
His thumbs now, you say.
All right.
Because he texted in. So he says,
thumbed out a text.
As Randy says, thumb one out.
Yeah.
Why would you bring that back up? The Thunder are losing this series because of stupid plays, like when McCollum intercepted an inbound pass under the basket and laid it in. As a Nuggets fan, I enjoy watching the douchey Thunder lose. Who would really take SGA over Jokic, huh? Happy birthday, Triple H.
Thank you. I do think Jokic is the best player in the world. That being said, I think Oklahoma City is the better team here. And they made costly mistakes towards the end, and their inexperience in a game like that came to bite them in the butt. Because they made some bad... I mean, Halliburton had tons of steals where I think SGA had like 6 turnovers. Jalen Williams was turning the ball over too. They had some just dumb, errant passes that they don't usually make. Yeah, that crowd really got to them. I'd expect Oklahoma City to settle in game 4, though.
It flipped the script on turnovers where
It certainly
OKC
did.
had more. They had 19 and Indiana had 14.
And it can. That's what crowds do. The fans are really, really involved. And hats off to the Pacers fans because they played a big part.
They have to all show up with as much intensity. Now, I'm not talking just about the team. Yes, talking about the crowd too.
Yeah.
All of this needs to happen again. So the Pacers need all the cosmic tumblers in the right places for them to do what they have done.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't, OKC will run through them like rice paper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe if OKC can, like you said, get the mistakes under control.
They don't win 2 games. I'm saying they don't lose 2 games in a row very often.
I'll put it this way. Even though Indiana's up 2-1, it's Oklahoma. I still think it's Oklahoma City's to lose. I just think they are going to lose it. That's how I see it.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong.
Yep.
We'll find out. 888-368-1580. So the money that is flying around out there is interesting. I mean,
how so?
Well, tell us about the majority of where your money is. If you've made some wagers, where is the majority of your money?
So before the series even started, I took Indiana to win the series at plus 500. I also took Indiana. I won this bet already. The series spread was Oklahoma City to win by 5.5 games. I took Indiana against that spread and at plus 115. And so I've already won that. Yeah, this Pacers team, I've been, to be honest with you, betting them a lot. I also bet them against the Knicks at plus 130. They've been like the favorite. They've been the underdog against Cleveland, against New York. And now in this series, everyone thought it was just going to be a wash. Like Oklahoma City was going to kill them. And it's like, have you been watching them this playoffs? They figured something out. This is a new team.
So for you, if you lose a bet, the worst thing that happens is you lose a couple bucks and you don't have to answer to anybody.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a single man, you got a girlfriend, but you know, you're not married. So, you know, you don't have to answer to anybody.
Right.
You do well in your wagering. So your parents don't have to get involved. Like you're not calling saying, oh God, help me.
No.
You know, so, you know, you're a responsible bettor.
Right.
You don't have to worry. And the one thing you don't have to do is go, Beyonce.
Yeah. No, I don't.
You don't have to do that, but guess who does? Jay-Z. Jay-Z lost $1 million. He had placed $1 million bet on OKC to win in 5 games.
Yeah.
Guess what they can't do now?
Win in 5 games.
So, Beyonce, I'm sorry. Because then again, let's do some Jay-Z math because he's a billionaire. Okay. $1,000. If you gave him $1,000, that's like handing him $1. So 1,000 to him is $1 to you. So this $1 million bet was $1,000 to him. So in the grand scheme of his economy, he made $1,000 bet and lost. Kind of sucks, but he's like, that's fine. I'm good. It's like if you and I, you know, so it's just, you know, it's not going to even scratch the surface of him. My wife was wondering, she's like, oh, I don't know, man. Beyonce can't be happy about that. I don't think she's going to care. She's got her own billion.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Beyonce's going to be all right. She's got her own cash.
I think it'd be funny if she was the one he made the bet with. That would be even better.
That would be funny.
But I don't know. I guess, okay, so he used Fanatic Sportsbook at plus 230 odds. So he would have walked away with 3.3 million had he been right. So when you made your bet, how much did you walk away with, Harris?
Plus 110, put 1 unit down. So 1 unit for me is 30. So I walked away with, I actually haven't looked. So do the math. The 30 times.
Don't ask me to do math. That's the thing.
That's like
Harris,
$35
right there.
bucks.
We will never
$35.
do math. Randy and I will never do math. Don't ever ask us to do. We ask you to do math.
Yeah. Yeah. I was told that
I-
there would be no math when I came onto this show.
Yeah, I got to know my role here. Got to know my role.
Yeah. You got to do the math. So
Holy crap, boy! My math was wrong. My math was wrong. Jay-Z's worth $2.5 billion.
Holy crap.
So that means here the 1,000 is actually to him. Oh, jeez. Your $1 to him is under $500. it's like 350. All my math is messed up now because he has $2.5 billion.
Well, you would you said it would be $1 would be like 1,000.
Right.
You said, so it would be 2,500. Because
No,
you thought
it's-
it was 1
it's
billion.
the other way
it's 2.5.
around. It's going to go. Oh, that's right. If he had 2,500, you're right. If he had 2,500 in his hand, that's $1 to him.
Right.
So then you switch it around. Then his million that he bet is actually 2,500 to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's right.
So you see why we don't do math here, right?
I do see it.
Right. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Sharp Cat says the morning guys on Veasan said that OKC is not covered yet on the road in the postseason.
Really?
Yeah,
Are
there's
they
a lot of
not?
weird stuff going on with OKC. So if you take a
Compelling.
step back from your lucrative bets that you have in favor of Indiana, because I think maybe there are clouds in your eyes because Indiana is taking care of you. The hell's going on with OKC? What is their path forward now to win?
I think when you use just the regular season to evaluate an NBA team in the playoffs, it's not a valid way to do it because the regular season and the playoffs are like two different games. They're super intense. So everyone's going to say, man, Oklahoma City's going to kill them. Look how good they were in the regular season, man. They won 68 games. The regular season, especially nowadays with load management going on and everything else, is a different game than the NBA. The intensity is just too much. Like I use those Utah Jazz teams for examples. Like when Rudy Gobert was like the best defensive player in the NBA, like for the regular season, and he would come in the playoffs and be like darn near unplayable because Houston would just put 5 guys on the floor that could shoot and they couldn't adjust. It's like that. Like the playoffs is just a different intensity. So I think what happened is the market overvalued Oklahoma City based on the regular season performance.
Am I wrong in saying that Oklahoma City also is inexperienced? They're a young team.
You're not wrong.
They haven't been to the finals together as a team before.
They haven't even been to the mall yet.
They are going to make mistakes. I mean, this team, although they're a good team, they have a lot of talent on this team. They haven't faced a veteran team like this in the finals on this stage before with the whole world watching. You know, I mean, this is the biggest stage they could be on. And they're going to make mistakes. Can they figure it out towards the end? I don't know. I don't know. But if they win all the rest of the games at home, they have to steal one game in Indiana to make this a great series. Otherwise, Indiana, I feel like, is going to win this thing, in 2 more games.
I certainly think they can figure it out, Randy. There is one thing that Indiana has that Oklahoma City doesn't have. Indiana has that random heat check guy, and Oklahoma City has a bunch of solid guys, but guys like Dort, Caruso, are those going to be guys that are going to get you like 27 points on the most random night? Every team, those Cavaliers teams needed J.R. Smith sometimes. Those Heat teams needed Mike Miller sometimes. You got to have that heat check guy that can just explode randomly without any expectation.
Yeah.
Indiana with Mathurin and Toppin, they have that. I'm not sure if Oklahoma City has that. And right now, that's giving Indiana an edge that no one quite expected them to have.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about something right now.
Okay.
Because there is a function that I can have to show you the photos that people send me on the text line.
Okay.
And I've never been able to do that before.
All right.
But here's Lost Toby says, I knew Harris looked familiar because Harris is wearing a teal polo shirt right now. And so he said, yeah, right there.
Oh,
there's Harris.
Yeah.
There's Harris. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I am so and so for you listening on the radio, it's basically Lucha Libre, Jack Black trying to look sexy on that.
Yeah.
It's cool. I could do that. Isn't that cool?
That's cool. Look at that. Look at us getting techie.
No, us. You had nothing to do with it.
Sorry. You did all of it, Jeffrey.
So your dad, he texted in a picture that I'm
yeah.
sure you would love to have put up. And then it's you and your brother poolside, and when you're 12 years old. There it is.
Oh,
There
look
it
at
is.
that.
Oh, I can move it around too. They're jumping up and down. Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to see the picture of Harris and his mom dancing? I don't know if you probably would she want me to put that up there or no? I don't want to. I don't want to.
No,
do
you
that without her
can.
permission.
You could put it up there. Yeah. You
All
could
right,
put
look.
it up there.
Wait
She
till you
wouldn't
see.
mind.
Wait till you see the smarmy look on Harris's face in this
Smarmy?
picture. This is it right there.
I mean, okay, yeah.
Hello, lady.
Yeah. Hi, ladies.
Hello, lady.
You're next, ladies.
Anyway, so that's cool. It's a cool new thing I got to play with.
So I actually had in 6th grade, I had this 6th grade girlfriend, and I was like 4'6", and she played basketball, and she was like the tallest on the basketball team.
I bet, yeah.
And she was like probably 5'3", 5'4". So it was an awkward dynamic.
Wow.
Yep.
Quiet Cannon, your math is incorrect. Quiet
What is
Cannon says, we've all heard that time is money, but if Bill Gates is walking down the sidewalk and there's a $100 bill on the sidewalk and he stops to pick it up, he's losing money. It's not worth his time. He's not losing money because he's still making money with all his investments and all the stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
He's now just $100 richer just for grabbing something. You know?
Right.
It's like saying he's losing money when he scratches his nuts.
Yeah. Right.
And
He's
he
still
scratches
gaining
his
money
nuts a lot.
Well,
Don Hicks says that, by the way, if I say Don Hicks, that's Harris's dad. He says, what did you give Harris for his birthday? Tequila? I feel like I'd be contributing to the delinquency of a minor if I did that.
Yeah. Mm.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give him tequila. I'd give him straight up man whiskey.
Yep.
I also
We should
got
give him some man whiskey so he has a bottle at home in case, a real man shows up and wants to
Break
drink.
glass in case of emergency.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't give him tequila. We're gonna take him out for lunch next week or something.
Okay.
Just the Tip says, waiting for the next Harris comment. and so he puts up this picture as he waits for the next comment. Just Christopher Walken and Deer Hunter playing Russian roulette. Yeah, that was a little dark, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's check in. I know we've got the U.S. Open updates playing, but listen, we've got the feeds. We can talk about it too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender is streamed live on YouTube. Search 1580 The Fanatic to watch.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
O'Reilly. Stay cool this summer with AC Pro refrigerant at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get a $15 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select AC Pro refrigerant products that include a hose and gauge. If your vehicle's AC is blowing hot air, beat the heat with AC Pro. Visit your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Finding yourself skipping your self-care routine, experiencing things around you others don't, or withdrawing from friends and family. You might be experiencing first episode psychosis, or FEP. Stress, trauma, substance use, even genetics can trigger it. And if you're in your late teens to mid-20s, it's impacting you more than others. Know the signs of FEP. Go to learnmorefep.org. Sponsored by MatForce, working to build healthier communities.
1580, The Fanatic.
Today, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Oh, just the tip. You got to understand, Harris was complimenting you when he said that. Just the Tip says, Harris egged me on when he said I was one of the most unfiltered of the fourth dimension. That is absolutely 100% compliment. That wasn't compliment. A dig.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He says, I purposely removed my last known filter. Plus, Christopher Walken is a full tread stud, and any reference to him is badass. Yeah, okay. No, I love Christopher Walken. Boy, I could listen to him and watch him, do. I mean, he was in Severance, and it was weird to see him get all affectionate with the dude. But I mean, that was he owned it, and that was great. That was a great scene. T-Licious says Harris wouldn't know what to do with man whiskey. What's your favorite man whiskey?
Probably not, actually. I don't really drink a lot of whiskey.
That's the name of the whiskey. Probably not whiskey.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not helping your case at all.
Yeah, it's really not helping my case.
Hamilton Porter says, here's a debate for you. Do you agree with this list? All right. So he has sent me a list. All right. I'll share it on the screen. Let's see how this goes.
All right. Yeah. Let's see it.
This could be fun. It's a top 10 baseball movies. Okay. And of course, our pictures down here are covering
it out.
Yeah. So here, I can fix that.
Yeah.
There it is. Number 10, Pride of the Yankees. Number 9, Bad News Bears. Number 8, Major League. Number 7, 8 Men Out. Number 6, The Natural. Number 5, The Sandlot. Number 4, Moneyball. Number 8, A League of Their Own. I'm sorry, 3 is A League of Their Own. 2 is Field of Dreams, and 1 is Bull Durham. I agree with all the movies on there as being good baseball movies, but I don't know if I say they're in the right order.
Yeah, I don't think they're in the right order. No.
I think Moneyball should be 1 and The Sandlot should be 2. Other than that, I'm kind of okay with anything. A Field of Dreams 3.
I can't even get into the minutia of this.
Yeah.
because they're all good baseball movies. I'm about guarantee you that Harris has never seen Pride of the Yankees.
I have never seen it.
I'll guarantee you he's never seen The Natural.
Never seen it.
That's Robert Redford.
Yeah.
I guarantee he's never seen 8 Men Out. Is
Never
that Tony
seen it.
Perkins? Was
Never
that
seen
Anthony
it.
Perkins in that? I'll be honest. Or was that John Cusack with the newer version?
I don't know. Would you know, Randy?
Thinking.
I don't know. Moneyball.
Thinking.
Moneyball, I wouldn't have that high. It's a good baseball movie, but it's not.
I think it's a great movie.
Of course you do, because you like analytics.
Yeah, I do. I love Moneyball.
Moneyball is a great movie.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Even though I don't agree with the analytics.
See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. So,
but it tells the story of how analytics came to be a part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it's a great movie.
From a very unlikely guy, too. In a
Right.
very unlikely organization. It's just such a great, and it's well done too. Story's told super well.
So I think I've unleashed a monster, if not some other monsters.
Okay.
All right. All right.
It's going to get a shload of photos coming at me on the text line. I am not guaranteeing that I am going to post up and show every photo that comes down the line. You have a high probability of your photos being seen if they're puppies. I love a puppy. But outside of that,
Now
not every silly meme or idea that you guys text in is getting on the TV here.
Now you know what's going to happen. Fort Dimension is going to send in all puppy pictures.
Oh, you know it. They will.
I'm really more worried about. Oh, by the way, this is the. Remember we were talking about having Halloween costumes, and the mask be the emoji from the station and having a party.
Yeah.
Well, this is what Moist One sent me yesterday,
Yes.
and that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect right there. The emoji on a dumpy looking guy. I was glad it wasn't Moist One under there. It turned out to just be stock footage. But anywho, yeah, like I said though, we're not gonna show every picture you guys send in here.
Yeah, thank God.
We're a radio show.
Yeah.
Ralph from Harmon Solar says Sandlot is number one, no discussion. Oh, shut your face, Ralph. Life is about discussion. As much as you like that one the most, that's your discussion. Somebody else might like another one better. You don't get to dictate.
Yeah, Ralph. Why does Ralph think he's a dictator all of a
Well,
sudden?
Ralph puts the dick in dictate. I think that's what it is. Jersey Murph says they don't even mention the pitchers that they had on that team in Moneyball. They don't mention the names of the pitchers. Or maybe they just weren't allowed to.
Do they not? I thought they did. I wonder if that's the case. Yeah.
Sharp Cat says, yeah, what about the love of the game? I think it's For the Love of the Game, right?
For the Love of the Game. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen. Listen, whoever generated that meme and put up the top 10 best baseball movies of all time, understand something. Those things are generated to cause conversation, not on the radio, but online. So somebody gets likes, mentions, comments, hate, love, this, that.
Right.
It's all about getting the clicks. So
clickbait, as they call it.
Yes, Randy.
Hamilton Porter says, honestly, the most enjoyable one for me has to be Major League. Oh, that was fun. It was dumb fun is what that was. Just good, dumb fun.
What about Bench Warmers?
Well, is that a baseball movie?
I guess you could call it as. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like that one. when I was a
Wait, isn't
kid.
that Adam Sandler's Friends?
Is Adam Sandler in that movie?
Or it just David? If I see David Spade, I always think that is going to show up any moment.
David Spade.
And I think it's the guy. Benchwarmers is Spade and the guy from Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon.
Yes, that is
I have
correct.
never seen it.
And
not
Rob
interested.
Schneider, your self-proclaimed favorite actor.
Yep. So they couldn't get Adam Sandler, so they threw Napoleon Dynamite in there.
Yep.
Beer Bob says Moneyball's a great movie about baseball, but it's not a sports movie kind. It's kind of almost like Draft Day, not a football movie. It doesn't have the sports action in it. Problem is, Beer Bob, Draft Day is not reality, but Moneyball is based on reality.
Good point. Good
Voice
point,
One
Jeffrey.
says, very good point. No mention of Zito, Mulder, or Hudson.
No, I think they had Hudson in the movie.
You know, I've had this realization that me and Moist One actually agree on a lot.
When he starts talking sports, yeah.
And,
he has coherent, and I don't know what it is. Since Harris Hicks showed up on the show, he has had more coherent sports
Yeah.
thoughts,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he goes all the way back to the Cohen days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Wow.
So
Really?
you're a good influence on Moist One, Harris.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Possibly because he's in inappropriate love with you. That's my guess.
He's in man love with you.
No comment.
And he texts in, "How about this puppy?" No, I can't show that picture. Don't
yeah,
ever send that
here we-
again.
Here we go. Yeah.
He's
Baker's Cocky Hen says, "Rookie of the year." Yeah, but that wasn't really realistic. But it was a fun movie. That's a fun base. Again, you can only have 10 in the top 10.
Yeah.
Quiet Cannon says, "Trouble with the Curve" was good baseball movie.
Yeah.
Trouble with the Curve.
The Trouble with it was a Clint Eastwood movie. He was an old scout, and his daughter was trying to help him, and she was a scout herself, I believe. And yeah, they were trying to get this kid into the big leagues, and Clint Eastwood was the old scout that no one wanted to believe anymore. So it was a good movie. I saw parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. Trouble with the Curve.
What about Bad News Bears? Was that on that list?
Yes.
It was on the list?
Yes.
The original one, not the Billy Bob Thornton one. Walter Matthau is my spirit animal.
Yes. Yeah.
Harris has no idea who Walter Matthau is.
I have no idea.
If you watch the original Bad News Bears, if you watch Grumpy Old Men, 1, 2, 3, I don't care which one, that is my spirit animal, Walter Matthau.
Got it. Okay. All right. Bad News
Jersey
Bears?
Murph says Brewster's Millions. LOL. It's not a baseball movie.
No.
But
no,
there's baseball in the movie.
Yep.
Hamilton Porter says, what was that one with Freddie Prinze Jr.? You know, it was basically American Pie does baseball. Do not know, Hamilton Porter. Do not know. It was Hamilton Porter that sent in this list. But yeah, the Bad News Bears are in there at number 9. You're right. Oh, this is really not where I wanted to go right now, Hamilton Porter. I want to talk golf. You just steered us away from talking about the U.S. Open. So let me fill you in what happened. Yes, there was a guy who sort of muscled in and was 5 under par for like a minute, and then he has dropped down into tied for 4th place. But J.J. Spawn still sitting there with his 4 under par 66 that he shot today.
Yes, he did. Yes,
Yeah.
he did. And he had a great round. And he went off early this morning. I was watching most of that before I had a couple of different appointments, and he was doing well. It was fun to see Brooks Koepka come up there. He was battling all day long, too. Siwoo Kim was a guy at -5 for a while. That's the guy you were talking about. Siwoo Kim got up there.
No, it was Sunjay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sunjay
who had
M.
gotten up
Sunjay
there.
M. got up to -5. And he's currently through 17. Yeah, you just don't know what's going to happen though, because this is a course that guys are going to struggle with all week. And when they change it up tomorrow, it'll be even tougher. And then on Saturday, which is moving day, it'll be a different look for these guys. They only the best will be able to get a handle on this course. And will be able to make a move. So it's going to be interesting to watch.
How about that? Hamilton Porter. How about that albatross today? Only the 4th one in U.S. Open history. That's right, Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed made the 4th double eagle since the U.S. Open started keeping records 40 years ago.
Well, I mean, I'm not a Patrick Reed fan, but good for him. I mean, congratulations. This is the time for him to
What
to
is your
show
problem
it
with
off,
Patrick
though.
Reed?
I'm just not a Patrick Reed fan.
Not a lot of people are. In the
He's had nothing but nice things to say about you, Randy.
No, he really hasn't. Really hasn't had nice things to say about me.
By the way, congratulations as well to Thurston Howell III for coming in 2nd place.
Sorry?
He's 3 under par.
Thurston Howell III?
Thurston Lawrence. I'm sorry. Thurston
Oh.
Lawrence.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know what country he's from, but it's a cool looking flag.
South
Well, yeah, Thurston.
Please tell me that's the post-apartheid.
I believe it's Thurston Lawrence. I think it's Thurston.
Can I just tell you how that's a dumb name?
Thurston.
He's Thurston. No.
Well,
on this
okay.
show, he's Thurston. I don't care.
All
Don't even
right.
care.
All
Beer,
right.
Beer Bob says, unfortunately, I think that Freddie Prinze Jr. baseball movie was called Summer Catch with Jessica Biel. It's sad that I know that. Ralph from Harmon Solar says people Harris's age couldn't handle the original Bad News Bears. Think about how Tanner referred to the minorities. Oh, I don't remember that. I haven't seen the movie since I was a kid. Just the Tip says Artie Lang made one of the most authentic beer league baseball movies ever. Well, thanks for telling us that, and also not telling us the name of it. I have no idea what that is. King of Kitten says the best baseball movie? Yeah, Bad News Bears. Hey, Yankees, take your apologies and your trophy and shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
Still think Moneyball's number one. And why are we
can't say that. You can't say that, Harris. You ain't seen half the movies on the damn list.
You're right. That is fair. Yeah.
Delicious says, yeah, Hamilton Porter, summer catch. Random Texture says, all I can say is that the U.S. Open, you better be hitting all the fairways and greens, you know?
Yep.
You guys seen any images of that rough? Whew, that ball literally disappears.
Yeah, and even the overgrown stuff, that tall grass that's out of bounds, you get off in that stuff, and it's almost it's almost a positive that you're going to get a snowman on that hole.
Cabana says happy birthday, but I can't show you the pictures he's posting.
Got it.
I don't know why he would post a picture of his girlfriend like that.
Nice to stay safe, Jeffrey.
Probably should keep that one in, in your phone there, Cabana.
Yeah.
But thanks. Yeah. All right, guys, taking a break. It's 1 hour down and 2 to go. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 125th U.S. Open Golf Championship. Los Angeles native J.J. Spaun posted a 66 in the morning wave at the 2025 U.S. Open. No bogeys. He was long gone when the afternoon wave encountered this monster of a golf course, hosting a U.S. Open for a record 10th time. Spaun was in at 4 under. South African Tristan Lawrence was behind Spaun at 3 under. Brooks Koepka made back-to-back birdies to finish his round at -2, looking for his 3rd U.S. Open title and 6th major overall. Siwoo Kim also in the house at 2 under with a round of 68. The afternoon wave continues. With this Open report, I'm Whit Watson, Westwood One Sports.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
When Ram won its first Motor Trend Truck of the Year, it was celebrated. But after 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. And now, so does the deal with Employee Pricing Plus. Stop by your local dealer today and take home a Ram truck. Ram, 7-time Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Nothing stops Ram.
Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Rams for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers will qualify. Restrictions apply. Does not apply to leases. See dealer for details. And 6/30/25. Ram is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got the birthday boy, Triple H, in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Are there still guys out there golfing, Randy?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
is the day
No.
done yet? Not yet?
It's getting close, but there's still guys out on the course. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Thurston Lawrence III may lose his tied for second spot with Rasmussen and
Maybe.
Peterson and
Maybe.
see Kim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him and Brooks Koepka and Sanjay Im. Nothing is permanent yet.
Not yet. No.
People are still out there whacking their balls. So we'll
Yes.
keep you up to date with the Westwood One updates and stuff that we see. Sir Drives a Lot says, happy birthday, Harris.
Thanks, Sir Drives a Lot.
What did you want for your birthday? What did you want for your birthday?
Gas money.
Titan Super Bowl?
Even more. Yeah. A
You're
Titan
never
Super
going to
Bowl.
get that.
Yeah, I'm trying to be realistic.
That's out of your reach.
Yeah, a Vols national championship or a Titan Super Bowl
Yeah.
would do wonders for me.
Wyatt Cannon says, what happened to Bryson DeChambeau today? It'll be interesting to see what he does tomorrow.
Yeah, Bryson got a lot of hype coming in. I'm checking his score. He's 3 over.
Yeah.
Currently at 54th right now. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and I know I can't change my prediction for the stakes that we gave, but I think John Rahm's gonna win this thing.
I almost picked him. I
almost
had him
picked
on my
him too.
sheet.
Maybe.
I
He's
was
my
like,
second option. He was my second option. He's been playing
He's,
such good
he
golf
should be your
lately.
second option because he's hit and miss on stuff like that, but he's
Yeah.
been burning hot. So
He looked great at Donnie
owes you money, by the way. He says, what is your Venmo?
Oh, Donnie does owe me money.
Give him your Venmo.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it. I guess do I just give it to you and I can say it out loud, or do I just...
Text it to the text line, then I will
All right.
copy paste it for him.
Okay.
So
Yep.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Donnie says, I put down a lot of money on Scotty to help pay for diapers. Scotty
Yeah.
Scheffler, by the way, you can't Venmo Scotty Scheffler because he has
No,
deleted
yeah.
his Venmo account
Yes.
because it was weird. It was getting weirder. What was happening is every time he'd golf, if somebody bet on him and won, they'd send him a couple bucks. And if they lost, they'd hit him up for the couple of bucks. And he's like, he says, it's just not a good feeling. So he's
No.
like, he's like, I don't remember what the most is I was sent. A couple bucks here and there. Didn't happen nearly as much as requests for the money they lost betting on me did. I don't know what's wrong with people. You know, they don't owe
Exactly.
you anything.
Right.
You're the one who made the
decision.
bet.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You know, they didn't say, hey, bet on me. It's a lock. I guarantee you a win. That's not what they do. So anybody who requests money or tells an athlete, you cost me my fantasy football game, you're a moron. You're the dumbest of dumb. You are the genetic deficit that humanity has, and probably a big reason we will never survive unless we get you sterilized immediately.
Yeah, they're the reason sports betting may not survive.
Wow.
You know what? Save us all some time. Cut
Yeah.
your own balls off.
Wow.
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 Jeffrey for 3.
Hamlin Porter says, what is Happy Gilmore shooting so far? Well, he's a fictitious character, and so
Yeah.
he's not shooting anything. And
Not shooting.
He's
shooting
also
Happy
very
Gilmore
old.
2 was a huge mistake. I think
Yeah,
we're
oh, yeah,
all going
yeah.
to agree when that comes
Yeah.
out. When
Yeah.
does that come out? Look it
I
up,
don't,
Harris.
I don't even know.
I'm looking
Baker's
it up,
Cocky
Jeffrey.
Hen says, wow, the last host needed an AC in his car. New guy needs gas.
Yeah.
Well, he's got AC in his car.
Yeah, his
I
AC
have an
works.
AC in my car.
Yeah.
My AC works.
Yeah.
It didn't work for a little bit, actually, but we got it fixed.
Bruno Baller says, I seen those beer chicken Pringles at Walmart today. I actually prefer the Lay's stack over the Pringles, so I didn't get any. But if anybody wants them, Walmart. Thanks, Bruno Baller.
Wow.
My wife showed them to me, but she never bought them for me. And then she went to the store again since. I think she's just like, no.
I think you know why. She
I
might be
think
still mad at you.
after the flooding incident,
Yeah.
which
she's
will
okay.
forever be known as the flooding incident.
Can we quit bringing it up because she'll forget if we don't keep reminding her?
I'm not bringing anything up, just the flooding incident. That's all I'm saying.
Right. We need to come up with a code
Randy?
word for it.
See, I didn't say washer. I didn't say washer. I said flooding incident.
So when we went out,
I
in
take
public,
a lot of melatonin. It's not my fault.
So when we went out in public and we saw a girl, we had a code. This girl we had to avoid. It's just one of those, you know. You know it.
Auga.
Yeah.
Oh
We had
yeah.
no, it's quite the opposite.
Avoid the girl.
We said the moment we agreed, the moment we said pineapple piss missile, which meant we saw this girl, everyone had to leave. Didn't matter what was going on.
I don't think you can say that on radio.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pineapple. We'll call it.
Pineapple was our code here for when the when audio was messed up.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
When audio was dropping, it was pineapple.
Okay.
And then Phil realized sometimes
Yeah.
if there was so much pineapple that he'd have to he actually made a sign of a pineapple that he would hold up.
Yeah.
And you'd see the pineapple sign and be like, oh, okay, our audio
Or
messed up.
or usually he would try to work it into conversation.
Yeah.
Like he, for no apparent reason, he would say, I had the best pineapple pizza last night.
Yeah. And I just
Jeffrey
got
would
so
go,
tired of that.
What the hell are you talking about?
I got tired of like the trying to be subtle and coy thing. And I'm like, what? Just tell me on air because if you hear it, the listeners hear it. Why are we trying to be cute? Let's just be straightforward.
Yeah.
Or he would be talking about something else, football or something. And what do you think, Phil? Well, I think that I like to have pineapple and ham sandwiches on occasion. And Jerry go, what the hell is going on with you? Are you having a stroke?
No, you were getting filled up. That's right.
Now you mentioned I'm hungry now. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I am hungry too.
I did not have much lunch today.
Yeah.
What did you see? I had Chinese food. Kim and I went and got our haircut today. Oh, by the way, I have a really short story to tell you. This is it's such a small world. Kim has been going to this lady to get her haircut for some time, and I didn't know the lady's name, and so we're pulling out of the driveway today because I had agreed to go with Kim and have her cut my hair because really it doesn't matter. I mean, look at this; it's always great.
I mean, it's stunning.
So the bottom line is, I said, is her last name Kiata? And no, Kim says no. I think it's Ojeda or something. And I said it looks like Kiata to me. I played ball with a guy named John Kiata. We went to high school together at Trevor G. Brown, and John was on the state championship team. Oh, no kidding. Maybe that's her husband or something. I said, well, maybe it's her dad. Probably not her husband because I'm 63. I'm thinking John Kiata is 65 or 66. Okay, so we get there, and she said something interesting happened. My husband says that he noticed your last name. How do you pronounce your last name? And she said, Kiata. Guess what? It's John Kiata's daughter that's been cutting Kim's hair and now cutting my hair. And by the way, she's cutting my daughter's hair too. Hattie goes to her and gets her hair cut.
Wow.
So yeah, she's been
Small
going to
world.
Small world. I know it's probably a stupid story. And
No, it would have only been stupid if they said, "How do you pronounce your name?"
Yeah,
White.
Just
what?
I think my pineapple story was much more stupid than that, Randy. That was an interesting story. It is a small world sometimes.
Just Tip says beer league. I guess overrated. I overrated your knowledge.
Beer league.
I don't know what you're talking about. The movies. We were talking about baseball movies before. Don Hicks, Harris's dad, says, talking about man whiskey, I got another year on my very own full barrel of bourbon. Y'all stay nice, and maybe I'll bring you some.
Wow.
Okay, so how did he... Does he have a recipe for the barrel?
How did Don procure his own barrel of whiskey?
I don't know. But
Is it Don Hicks Reserve, or do you have a barrel sitting somewhere that... I'm confused by this. How's that
in
work?
A barrel house somewhere back
Yeah,
there?
he sent this picture of the barrel, and so there it is.
Mhm.
I don't know.
We live right
how that
by.
works.
We live right by a distillery. Our neighbors that we're friends with have a distillery, and so
No kidding.
Yeah, and so that's where he got it from. Yep.
Is there a name of the company?
Leaper's Fork Distillery.
Leaper's Fork.
Distillers of?
I probably shouldn't have said that on there, but oh well.
Why not?
Leaper's
Do they sell
Fork,
whiskey or not?
Yeah.
Is
That's all
Dawn
right.
is Dawn going to get in trouble or something? Or?
No. It's just
Now your mom knows where to find
I don't
the
want to
barrel?
let people know where to find it.
Did your mom not want him to have his own barrel of
No, he doesn't mind. I just don't want to let people know where.
By the way, Leaper's Fork. Can I just say something? That's the name of the town, right? Leaper's
Yeah.
Fork. You
Yes.
shouldn't be leaping with a fork. It's like running with scissors. Somebody's
Yeah,
going to take
yeah.
an eye out.
Yeah.
I came from Running Scissors, Indiana. That's where I came from.
That's a name for it.
That's not
No,
true.
Running
It's not true at
scissors.
all.
He just
It
made
might
that up.
actually be. It might
That
actually
does
be.
sound like an Indian name. The guy with a patch on his eye. Oh, I'd like you to meet Running Scissors. Wilbur says, tell them that they are the wart on the ass of society.
Who?
Ooh.
Could be anybody. I
Wilbur
already
said
forgot.
that?
You got to remember, Wilbur, we have a short attention span. So even though I had an epic rant moments ago, I don't remember what it's about.
Also,
Who said that?
does Wilbur know what a wart looks like? Truly?
Looks like no. Feels like probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. So remember yesterday we were talking about Boogie Cousins
Yes. Yes.
and
we
how
were.
he got in trouble for
Yes. Yeah.
making the heckler sniff his hands after he grabbed his junk.
Yes.
That's what
yes,
that's what
yeah,
happened.
Yeah.
And he was just arguing with him and stuff. Well, he got thrown out of the league basically, and so Ice Cube has stepped up and said, "Hey, DeMarcus, come get your flowers at the Big Three." So he's inviting DeMarcus Cousins to play on the Big Three. So let me ask the question: is the Puerto Rico basketball better or worse than the Big Three?
I'd assume a lot better. A lot better.
Okay, so he won't make as much money playing for Ice Cube, or
No, because Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rican League is technically professional. So you're getting guys in like their 20s and 30s playing. On three is for retired players who typically play in that league. It's like for old guys.
so the Puerto Rican League, the way they do the fine is a little bit different. They say, okay, you've got a $4,250 fine for disqualifying foul or a technical foul or these acts that incited violence or provocation. And if he can't show cause, then he'll have to pay $10,000. So basically it's like, we're fining you this much for your part in this. But if you can't show they did anything for you to respond to them that way, then you have to pay 10 grand. That's an interesting way of doing it.
I kind of think it's a more fair way of doing it than other leagues typically do it.
Moist One thinks that Ice Cube should have said, come get a whiff of the Big Three.
Wow. Well, see, now that would have fit much better.
That actually would have been perfect.
Yeah.
That would
I
have been
mean,
perfect.
would have made more sense to me.
Totally would have.
Hamilton Porter says, which would you have rather had happen? Suns sign Boogie or the Dimebacks sign Trevor Bauer?
Trevor Bauer, not even.
Yeah.
Next question. Not even.
Yeah,
a
that's
discussion.
not even
I
the
mean,
same thing.
Why are we even talking about this?
Yeah, not even close.
Hamilton Porter just thought that would spur discussion. It did not.
Not at all.
It didn't. No.
Baker's Cocky Hen says Harris's hometown is only visible to outsiders on Leap Day. That's right. It's a magical place. Big George
on Leap Day.
On a leap day.
Big George says he's listening to the show in the middle of nowhere, Virginia, looking out on some Civil War battlefields and woods.
Wow.
Randy's story about getting a haircut was just invigorating.
Thank you.
Harris's pineapple story, not so much.
Oh,
Yeah. I swung and missed there. It's
Big
part of
George,
it.
wasn't that amazing though? I who knew that Mike Kim was going to the daughter of the guy I played. I didn't really play. He was a senior and was on the state championship team. I was a freshman, and that's when they won the state championship. And my wife is getting her haircut, and my daughter is getting her haircut by this gal who's the daughter of Johnny Q.
Small world, but I wouldn't want to mow it.
Wow.
Dave, Swave Dave says Squatter's Knife sounds like a much more dangerous place.
Yeah.
No, you are correct.
Yeah.
What about Teabag, Kentucky?
Is that a real place?
That's a place.
No.
Stop making up places that
doing
we
that.
wish were real. It's not helpful.
There is a place in Kentucky called Sugar Tit. It's a town in
yeah,
Kentucky.
we probably can't say that one.
Yeah,
either.
you can. It's a town in Kentucky.
Probably can't say that.
Superior Bottom, West Virginia.
Yeah, okay.
Those are real places.
That's
it's
okay.
a real place. That's a real place. Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
So why is this a headline?
Sweet Lips, Tennessee.
There is legit a place called Ding Dong, Texas.
See?
I'm not kidding.
Not surprised.
That's a legit place.
So the Raiders, here's the headline.
All right.
Raiders praise coachable Genti at minicamp. How's that a headline? He's coachable. I would hope so. He was in college playing football. He had a coach there too.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's good at it, what he does. Coaches had something to do with it. So why are they like, oh my gosh, he's so coachable?
Yeah.
Run that way, then that way, or maybe that way. How much coaching do you need to do when you have a really great running back at your disposal?
Yeah. There's really no other things I think to say other than, okay, he's coachable. Thank you. That's kind of, I really have nothing else on that.
Somebody remind me, who's coaching him? Pete Carroll?
Pete Carroll.
Well, Pete Carroll is, but the OC is Chip Kelly.
Which is a great,
Okay,
great
yeah.
hire.
Yeah.
Great hire, by the way.
Yeah, but he's also kind of a wingnut, isn't he? He's
Chip
a little
Kelly?
bit of a wingnut.
What does a wingnut mean?
He's got some quirks. He's eccentric, a little eccentric.
People have called him that, but he's a great coach.
I saw this. Somebody had a clip where this dude's walking along, and I can't remember where it is, and a shirtless Ed Orgeron comes walking by, and he sees him, and he goes, "Roll Tide." And he turns around and comes at. He was all about to beat the hell out of this guy.
Ed Orgeron was?
Yeah. He's like, hey,
Hey, what you say? Go Tigers.
I'm like, dude, just laugh it off. What are you doing, man? And then why don't you have your shirt on? Because he's at the beach. I get it, but it's like that was uncomfortable for everybody involved.
It just means more, Jeffrey. That's why they say the phrase. It just means more.
Yeah.
Some people think they can say something to somebody in person, and they have to respond to them the same way they do online. Well, in person, you might get smacked, but you definitely got Ed Orgeron's sweaty, probably caked with a bit of coconut smelling tanning oil on his stomach, rubbed all up against your arms.
Roll Tide. I'll tell you what, Roll Tide, but go Tiger.
I about rolled him out into the sand, man. But don't say stuff anywhere that if you don't know there's a possibility of somebody getting physical.
No,
it just means more.
Hamilton Porter says the greatest rivalry in sports will always be Ed Orgeron versus the teleprompter.
Oh yeah. How about that time he was doing that interview and he stopped? He said, "Give me for a second, guys." Hey, I told you.
That clip is awesome. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's a real one. Definitely a real one.
Yeah,
I love that.
And you meet people from South Louisiana, like sometimes I can't even understand a word that they're saying. They need like their accents are like, oh, we're talking. They all sound just like him. All of them. There's like 100 Ed Orgerons.
Says Lake Titicaca still on the Mount Rushmore of fun names.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. When we come back, let's take a look at Stanley Cup. We're
yes,
we got a game starting in a little bit. We'll
Little
talk
bit.
about
We
that.
do.
Edmonton Oilers, Florida Panthers, 5 p.m. and other assorted things. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender? Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 125th U.S. Open Golf Championship. Oakmont Country Club is hosting the U.S. Open for a record 10th time. J.J. Spahn shot a 66 in the morning, no bogeys, his lowest round in a major. Tristan Lawrence of South Africa shot 67, 3 under. Siwoo Kim and Brooks Koepka, both with the 68, 2 under. Here's Koepka, a 5-time major winner, talking about course conditions.
It's still not as firm as a typical U.S. Open probably is, but it's going to have some heat to it this weekend, and it'll be a good test.
Ben Griffin, Thomas Dietrich, and John Rahm 1 under at 69. Notables on the leaderboard, defending champion Bryson DeChambeau, 73, 3 over. 2-time winner Xander Schauffele, 2 over. With this U.S. Open report, I'm Whit Watson, Westwood One Sports.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Rich Eisen Show. I'm all for fair market, free trade, all that good stuff, right? Free agency. But I'm hearing that now schools can just pay players. I don't have a problem with them paying players. I have a problem if sports go away because they're not getting the money. In the same way, I had no problem with NIL. I just had a problem with, we don't know what it means. And there's no construct set up to run things in a way that's fair, equitable, and transparent.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at 9 a.m. on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. I feel like the Canadians have got a stick and they're poking Connor McDavid going, do something, man. Just do something. Do something. Because so far, he's not really done anything. The Florida Panthers are up 2-1 over the Edmonton Oilers. America. That's right, Florida.
America.
Go get it. Go get that Stanley Cup again. Let's break their hearts for booing us. What is the deal with Connor McDavid, Harris? Is he broken?
No.
Is he just young? Is the moment too big for him? Is his situation? It's like, it's not him. It's everyone else on the Oilers.
No, it's tough to score a goal on the Panthers, especially when they have quite possibly the best defenseman in the NHL and the best goalie also in the NHL in Sergei Bobrovsky. And the goalkeeping has been the reason Florida has a 2-1 lead right now over Edmonton. I was skeptical if Stuart Skinner could continue the pace. He's, by the way, Edmonton's goalie, because he's not a 2-time best goalie in the NHL award winner like Bobrovsky of
He's
the
good,
Panthers.
though. He's good.
He's good, though.
But
he's
he ain't
good.
Bobrovsky good.
Right. So the issue is Connor McDavid has just run into the best goalkeeper in the NHL, and it's just hard to score a goal on that. I think he'll get going, though, as the series progresses, even though I picked Florida.
Yeah, but will he get going in enough time?
That's the question.
Right.
Don't know.
And I'm fine if he doesn't, because not that I give two craps or a damn about the Florida Panthers. America's all that matters.
That's right. That's right.
Moist One says the best defensive men in the NHL. Who are you referring to? Cale Makar is the best defenseman so far.
Sorry, what I meant to say was defense, and I accidentally said defenseman. And the goalkeeping is just what I'm learning hockey. I'm sorry, Moist
like
One.
Connor McDavid.
I'm learning hockey.
Harris is learning.
Yep.
Wow.
Hockey, I don't quite have a grasp on like the other sports, but I'm getting there.
Don't think Connor McDavid is learning. I think
Connor
he's
McDavid,
there.
yeah. Connor McDavid is there.
I think he's got it.
You think so?
No, hefty lefty. It's not Bob Ross
Key. He's like, over here, we have some happy little pads. Oh, look, there's a happy little puck. It's your world. Do whatever you want with it. Oh, no, it won't be in the gold. It'll be over here, just over here, off my stick. That's not
Yeah.
or off my gloves, whatever you want it to be.
So, all right. I guess we'll see what happens. Now, again, as we take a step back, which is the better series? Is it Stanley Cup or NBA Finals? Very similar situations,
Yeah.
But which is the better one?
I think the Stanley Cup is going to be a better series. And the reason why I say that is these teams met last year in the Stanley Cup Finals. They know each other well.
True.
And I think that Edmonton is going to make a comeback, and they're going to drive this series into a 7-game. And I think it's going to be an exciting Stanley Cup series to watch. Now, I will say that basketball is a lot of fun. I personally think OKC is a little too young and inexperienced to win in 5, like a lot of these guys were saying. Not that they can't win the finals, but I don't think it'll be a 7-game series like the NHL playoffs.
You think this one's going to 7, Randy? Edmonton and Florida.
Yeah, I think they are, because they know each other very well.
Yeah.
Unless Edmonton can't make the right adjustments, and their head coach doesn't hit me as a guy that is not able to watch tape and make adjustments. Now, can Edmonton execute the adjustments? I think that's the big picture, because Florida is such a physical team.
Right. The most physical team in the league. And the shot disparity hasn't been as big as you would think. Actually, Edmonton in game 2 got more shots on, or game 3 got more shots on goal than Florida did, despite losing 6-1. So what does that tell you? The goalkeeping. The goalkeeping is what this is going to come down to. That's why I picked Florida. Edmonton needs Connor McDavid to score some goals here and to just work some magic, because Bobrovsky, you can tell, is confident.
How often do you get a most
confidence.
valuable player goalie in the Stanley Cup? You know what I mean? Because usually you get overpowered because you're at a level at that point where everybody's playing their best hockey. Everybody is coming ready to go. And, even if you're a great goalie, you can't stop everything that flies at you. So is this something that happens quite a bit in the Stanley Cup Finals, or is this an exceptional year for sure?
2021, I believe Vasilevsky. Yeah, 2021 for the Lightning, he won it. So it's happened before. It's not too often at all. Like McDavid won it last year, which is crazy because he was a part of the losing team. Remember, that never happens. But outside of Vasilevsky, it's not too common. So I don't know if that could happen.
Some old heads, as your generation calls it, some old heads might be able to chip in and let us know that there's been some amazing shutdown goalies that basically win a Stanley Cup for a team. 888-368-1580. So, all right, we're getting closer to talking about football. That's what we're always hoping to do. That's what we're always aiming towards doing, because I just love the football. Is there anything you love more than the football? Randy, there's nothing you love more than the football, right? Other than your wife.
Baseball.
You love the baseball talk more than the football talk.
Yeah, I that's me personally, though. I mean,
Diamondbacks have the day off.
It's baseball and football, but it's a close second.
Yeah, Diamondbacks have the day off. Is there anything happening?
Let's talk football.
Well, we're going to get there. Does anybody have any baseball type things that need to be discussed here? Other baseball things? We're not close enough to the playoffs where it really matters.
Well, the Mets, they had to Senga, their ace, Kodai Senga, injured himself trying to make a play at first base. He pulled his hamstring. He'll be on the IL for a bit. That's not good for the Mutts. Also, the damn Rockies beat the Giants. I mean, how often does that happen? Not often at all. I mean,
no, yeah,
and it was against the Giants. So congratulations to the Rockies.
Yeah, listen, don't care about the Rockies, but
You just feel like you want to pat them on the head, and you're like, "Good for you." It's kind of like you used to feel about the Cubs. Remember that?
Yeah,
They're this cute little team, and you're like, "Oh, come on, guys!"
Yeah.
And then they won the World Series, and you're like, "All right, that's over. We're not looking at you that way anymore."
Yeah, no more.
I
No
think
more.
the Tigers losing. Is it Job? Randy Jackson Job, their
Yeah.
pitcher.
Oh yeah.
I think
Oh,
him
yeah.
getting hurt because the Tigers are rolling right now.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a really huge story because that's one of their best pitchers outside of Skubal. So
He's got to have the Tommy John.
yeah. So losing him, I think, is a big deal.
We're about to have a crisis of faith in this country, at
No
least
kidding.
for our Catholic friends. Now, I
All
know,
right.
I know,
Okay.
I'm an O'Brien. I'm Irish, but I'm not Catholic.
Uh-huh.
I'm not Protestant either, so don't bomb
All right.
the house. I'm
All
just,
right.
I'm not any of those things. But
Don't
Pope
bomb the
Leo,
house. he
Pope
says.
Leo. Well, no, because or the cars in front of it.
Don't vandalize the property.
Well,
Don't bomb
'cause
the house.
I'm not involved in that mess. Okay. So
Just
the new
leave us
Pope-
out of it. Yes.
The new Pope from Chicago.
Yes.
We were like, oh, he's a Cubs fan, and immediately you're like, no, he's
uh,
not. He's
uh.
a White Sox fan. Well, now the Pope. Here we go. I'll show you. They got a picture of him with an actual. That's not
Hey.
Photoshop. That's an actual White Sox hat
Uh-huh.
on his head.
Hey,
He did
how
not
about
let these
that?
popes ever go outside because he looks sickly pale. He's not even that
really
old yet.
does.
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
like Emperor Palpatine pale
Yeah.
right there.
Like right after he struck Mace Windu type.
Just not. I don't know. Maybe a little something. Maybe a
Well,
little-
I mean, he does have the weight of the world on his shoulders. So
how about a papal spray tan?
yeah,
you
oh
know?
yeah, yeah.
Maybe give
They
him-
should work that
Just
out.
look at
Some
this.
tanning
Look at
oil.
this. I look healthier than the Pope. That should tell you something.
I mean, it's not like the Catholic Church is short on money. You could get some tanning oil for sure.
Yeah.
Let's be
Yeah,
real.
you should have a tanning booth right
Yeah.
there. Like spray
Absolutely.
tan, so it's not
Yeah.
UV problems. Just
Yeah.
something right there in the
Right.
papal apartment. You know,
Yeah,
you could
he deserves that.
spend it on Mondays. That's your day off. You said on Monday, go ahead and lay in the tanning booth for a little while. Yeah.
Oh no! You don't want to get UV damage on the Pope. Just spray him. Just use a different.
Okay.
Don't
okay.
use the same shade as Donald Trump because when they meet, that could be
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah,
So
well,
maybe
yeah.
maybe a little lighter,
Ooh, that could
less
be-
orange,
Yeah.
something. I don't know. They'll figure it out. But can I just say that now that you've seen the Pope with the White Sox hat on,
Uh-huh.
the White Sox are really bad.
They are bad.
Oh, they've been bad
So is
forever.
it the saint of lost causes, or is it like going to be a bad look for the Catholics if there's not a miracle? The White Sox kind of have to win the World Series, or else crisis of faith. People
they
may
not?
not believe.
Is that important for people to believe in the Creator that that the White Sox have to win the World Series?
Okay, so let's say I'm like Bane from the Batman.
Where is your God now? So your Pope is a White Sox fan, and yet they're
Uh-huh.
at the bottom of the league. Where is
And-
your God now?
And is that matter? I mean, that the White Sox are cellar dwellers? Is that?
I feel like it's a thing. People are going to be like, he's a White Sox fan? Phil, I guess God's power is not that good.
Listen, I think what team could use help more than the Chicago White Sox, other than the Colorado Rockies?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah, but you don't understand. That's God's team. If that's the Pope's team,
No, it's
they got to win the whole thing, or
it's
else
it's just the Pope's team,
well,
man.
what's God doing?
I think the Creator.
Where's your God now, Pope Bob?
I think the Lord has a lot more things to worry about than the White Sox.
He's omnipotent.
success.
He can worry about everything all at the same time.
Yes, yeah.
He's worried about many things, including what I had for lunch.
Maybe it's not the White Sox fault. Maybe it has something to do with Reinsdorf, and maybe it's a sin he hasn't confessed. See now we're on to something here.
Just
The Pope hasn't confessed a sin yet.
No, Reinsdorf, the owner of the White Sox,
Oh.
hasn't confessed some sort of a sin.
He doesn't have to confess. We all know. You can see the fruits of his labor there.
Well, I'm just saying. It could be him that is holding his team back from jetting up
Yeah.
the standings there in the American League Central.
So here's the problem. Reinsdorf is going to be like kind of sweaty, nervous, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
Hey, everybody, it's me, Satan. Listen, Reinsdorf sold his soul for the Bulls championship run, so really, don't blame these guys. It's not their fault. And I'm sorry, the White Sox are never going to win. I own that one because I own Reinsdorf. So sorry, Pope Bob. Suck it.
Yeah, well,
and then he goes right back down to hell.
I think God can overcome the enemy, the devil, and
No,
and
listen,
I
it's a
think
fair deal. If he signed it, he signed it. If Reinsdorf
Well,
signed
I mean,
it, there's not. God's like, hey,
then
well, okay, I
if
guess
he
that's that.
if he signed it, why did the White Sox win a world championship after the Bulls have won their world championships? See, this is not working out.
Well,
Jeffrey.
here's what it was. He was like, I want 6
Uh-huh.
NBA championships, and then I
Uh-huh.
want 1. Just give me 1 World Series for the White Sox. And after that, I don't care.
Just move the team to Nashville already.
Oh, shut up, Harris. I don't care if it's your birthday.
That's what I want for my birthday. If anything, more than gas money, even that.
You want
Beer
that for your
Bob.
birthday?
I want that.
Beer Bob
I
says,
want it
Jeffrey,
now.
don't throw shade at the Pope because he's a White Sox fan. You know, there's a lot of people who believe in the Dallas Cowboys, even
Oh,
to
yeah.
this very day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of hopeless people out there.
Yep,
Isn't it?
yep, absolutely.
Why are you pointing your watch? It's only 4:36.
I thought it was 38. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm trying to help Triple H out, and you have to out me on the radio.
Well,
Okay.
It's
I'm
Don't
gonna-
worry.
I have a new
will-
clock
I
because
will never do this again.
Oh, don't be sensitive.
No, that's it. I'm cutting you off.
Why are you pulling a knife on me?
I was cutting you off.
No, that's not a good. No, don't pull a knife on me. I'll pull a gun,
Oh,
and then it's just going to escalate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
forget it.
the knife is already an escalation, but yeah.
Sometimes I forget how sensitive Randy is. You know what?
I called you off.
On the
I
outside,
cut you off. Sorry.
Don't cut me anything. Chosen One says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Happy birthday, Triple H.
Thank
Great
you.
to hear all your voices again after being in Europe for 15 days.
Wow.
For the last time, the apps travel. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
have heard us the entire time, but maybe you had better things to do and you were in a different time zone. But
Yes.
still,
Yes.
if you really loved us."
Hmm.
He says, catching up on all the sports I missed. Diamondbacks still at 500, but great to see they swept the last series. Suns got a new coach. Sounds like most approve-ish.
typical.
Did you happen to see Patrick Reed's albatross today? Incredible shot. Yes, and yes. Wait, no. Well, I'm acknowledging what you're saying, but I
Yeah.
you know, the funny thing about the
didn't-
Suns head coach,
Mm.
I don't think anybody approves. We're all just sort of like,
No.
really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, because you don't want to be rude, because maybe the guy, because in the press conference, he's like, I earned this. Like, okay. Because he's a little sensitive when you say, oh, you got the job because you're a Michigan State guy, right? And everybody's like,
Hmm.
Yeah. And then he's all like, I earned this. Yeah. He's salty about it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? Nobody, I'll tell you what, that was probably like the 9th thing down on the list when everybody's like, why is this guy here?
Sort of that same sensitivity I saw in Randy when he threatened to cut you off. You know, that just defensive
it was
instinct.
it was just a illustration.
A
I
reaction.
cut him off.
I'm going to write that down in my journal. Randy pulled a knife on me today.
Randy pulled a knife on him during the show, middle of the show. Randy pulled a
Really
knife, and then you
surprised.
threatened to pull a gun on him back.
It just happened to be.
Yeah, that escalated quickly.
Luckily,
Oh,
you
yeah, it
guys
did.
have me, the peacemaker, of course.
I don't
you know.
think you are.
But
You
see,
know,
that's the thing. Harris,
that's
no.
what I think of
You
it.
can't peace make nothing because we'll turn on you. You'll get stabbed
yeah.
and shot.
Yeah.
And then Randy and I will do like we've done before. We'll spend an evening drinking beers and hiding bodies.
Oh, you've
Don't
done
get in
this.
the middle of this.
So when you say you've broken co-host, you literally meant it. I thought
Yes.
you were just saying it figuratively.
Oh, no.
You
This is a
literally
good time
meant
for
it.
you to mind your own business, Harris.
You
Oh, yeah.
literally meant it. Oh,
I think
gosh.
you should not ask any more questions.
All right.
from this
Okay.
point out.
Okay. From this point
Keep
out,
that
I
to
will
yourself
not ask
and-
any questions.
Don't follow any maps you might find around the station.
Oh, shit.
Kiss the Cook says Diamondbacks need to get rid of their analytic coaching. Part of analytics is, well, you know, anal. So
Yeah.
you know what that means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not ready to
think.
moan and complain about the Diamondbacks. It's their day off. Let's just we'll
It
do
is
that
their-
more tomorrow.
It's also the
Let-
fans' day off, too.
Yeah.
You know, we need it.
Kyle G says traditionally in church, the priests, the monks, other pious servants are meant to live meagerly, without the riches
Here we go.
or worldly goods.
Yeah.
In the case of White Sox,
Yeah.
That means they'll have few victories.
Mm.
Oh, I see. So
Yep.
they are
not
the
how I
peasants
expected it
of
to
the
turn.
Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there, Kyle. G.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hear
Not how
you,
I
man.
expected that message to turn.
Wow.
Well done. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's see. Yep, we're doing football. It's official. We're talking football when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Listen to our live stream on your phone at 1580thefanatic.com.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT because nothing fights sweat better. Stay fresher under pressure.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Download our free sports app and stay up with all the latest sports news, scores, highlights, and more. Or stream us live anywhere at 1580thefanatic.com. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for sports.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So we have this new ability to show photographs on our YouTube stream.
Yes.
And so I showed a little bit ago, I showed Harris me when I was exactly his age, standing behind the board at the old KRDS.
Oh.
Where Randy and I used to work.
Oh.
So here, I'm going to show you a picture now of Randy and I at a remote broadcast.
Oh no! Was this when I had my mullet?
This is the Lilith Fair mullet. Yes, here we go. And there's Randy and me right there in front of the KRDS van.
Hey, that is the van right there. Look at that.
Randy got a little bit of a bowl cut right before he left the house.
Gosh.
I don't know about a bowl cut, but
That is insane.
yeah,
And over here is way to ask you. Look at that. food on his shirt.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
right there. Yep.
Always with the food on his shirt, right there.
That guy had a food stain on every shirt he ever wore.
In the grave, I'm sure he has a food stain.
Oh, I'm
There's
sure.
no way
Yeah.
he's still alive.
There's
right?
no way.
0% chance.
No way.
And then here's Randy beating me at a pizza eating contest. I got a toga on. That's what's going on there. Oh, look, I got the same color shirt as Harris today. Look at this baby's face right here.
That dude,
Oh, wait.
that is insane.
Did it? It didn't
No.
change.
No, it didn't change.
Oh,
no.
sorry. I thought if I changed my screen over here. So, okay, replace this with this. And
That
here it
picture
is. Here it is.
insane.
There it is. Look at me in that Suns jersey,
But
baby.
look at that baby's face right there. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what the
Crap.
hell is
Yeah.
this?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was when we did the Sardella's Pizza and Wings Pizza Olympics. And we had all
Oh, yeah.
sorts of
Yeah.
Olympic themed things where like pizza box, the pizza cutting, the pizza box throwing discus and stuff like that.
Yeah, what you don't see are the tons of people that are out here joining us. We used to get tons of people at remotes.
Yeah, I can show you a picture that would prove to everybody that hundreds would come out. But remember the other day I told you where Randy stopped by the radio station to mock me?
Oh, geez.
And here is that photo right there.
Oh,
I don't think you can see, but I got my little
Yeah.
earring right there. And my hair is a little bit light. Look at that face. See, that's because
Yeah.
he has just been roasting me for
Yeah.
about half an hour straight. That's what that face is on Randy.
Yeah.
dude, this is insane.
Yeah.
Look at
So
you guys
I'll
still have the same looks.
show you
Yeah.
guys
Sure
some
we
more
do.
pictures
Yeah.
another time. It's just this is no fun for the people who are listening on the radio.
Wow.
Apologies for that, but I'll pull up some more photos down
Yeah,
the road.
if you don't know what you're missing, you can watch us on YouTube or on the Facebook or
Yeah.
on the Twitter now.
1580 the Fanatic.
We're high tech now.
We
here on the
are
Blender.
high tech.
Yeah.
Lost Toby says that baby was Harris. No, Harris wasn't born for another 10 years.
Yeah.
And Lost Toby also says, Randy,
Yeah.
bring the mullet back.
But
He just got his hair cut. There's no way he can do that.
It's all gone.
I got to
It's
bring
all
mine
gone.
back.
It's all gone.
I'm thinking about it.
You go ahead, Harris.
Thank you.
I mean, your biggest bit of birth control is your personality, so it doesn't matter what the rest of you does. Just
I
go
thought
ahead.
the birth control was that little thing above his lip. I thought that was it.
Oh,
And that's just the way to make sure nobody ever asks him to watch their kids. That will keep him from ever having to babysit. Ever.
Oh, Triple H,
Nobody wants that.
You can watch my kids anytime.
Well, his kids are all grown. So.
They're all adults.
Aren't they? I was going to say, aren't they in
Now
their
it's creepy because
30s?
he's
They're older
watching
than
them
me.
means he's stalking them.
I was going to say, aren't they older than me, Randy?
They are. Yeah. I have
Each and
one
every
that's
one of them.
40.
Well, thanks for the offer, at least.
I at least
the
have a
effort
couple
that
kids
counts.
still younger,
Mm.
Yes.
but both of them could whoop your ass.
They
the boy
both
and the
could.
girl.
Yeah, you said, yeah. I
Oh,
think
my,
that your daughter
my
could.
son, who's really is an amazing athlete, and I feel bad because in practice yesterday he broke his index finger.
Oh,
no.
ouch.
There's no HIPAA requirements because I'm his dad. I can do what I want. But yeah, he thought he just jammed it, and he got home, and his mom looked at it. He was like, "Oh my god, that's broken." And they were at the hospital last night, and he got his cast today. But he's going out to a, I guess Adidas does some sort of an invitational for track because he's also in track, and he's supposed to run in that. So they gave him a lightweight temporary cast, and when he gets back from running, he's in the relay. Then they're going to give him a full-on cast, but then he can use to clobber people in football.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he was playing wide receiver when it happened, and it's always like now I'm worried they're going to just sort of push him into the defense, and he won't get his chance to play. It's his senior year, so really, when he's on the field as a wide receiver, it's touchdown after touchdown, and it's not me bragging; it's just the truth. In fact, I went to see him play in a game a couple of years ago where he was being a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he caught touchdown, first play, next play, touchdown, next play. He had like 3 touchdowns in a row. And the coach was like, all right, they're doing their own mercy rule. They're like, okay, why don't you go be on defense now? We'll give everybody else a try and give these guys a chance to maybe catch up and not feel bad about themselves.
Did he get that from you?
No,
Or
I was
no?
a running
Other
back.
side.
I was big thighs and power running.
Also,
So
he's got big thighs.
He's
Oh, yeah.
taller than me.
He does have big thighs.
I mean, I have shrank a couple inches since I've started getting up there in years, but
He's taller than I was, and he's way more athletic and muscular and scary.
He was taller than me. He was taller than me when I met him.
He's way taller than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so
He is.
I feel bad because his finger, but he's got a great attitude about everything. So
That's
he's
cool.
He's going to be fine, but I feel bad. By the way, here's a piece of news for you. The Patriots are going to unveil a Tom Brady statue at Gillette Stadium on August 8th. It's a 12-foot tall statue of Tom Brady. To give you perspective, that is 4 Kyler Murrays tall. That is a lot of Kyler Murrays. But
wow. Yeah.
So
Yeah, how
I'm
about
hoping it's the same guy who did Ronaldo's, where it's all the teeth.
Yeah.
And then what was that last guy? Oh, what was
the
that?
Dwayne Wade one.
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
That's right. Wade's.
That one was fun. It looked like he was taking a dump.
I hope it's the same people.
Me too. That would be funny.
So,
oh
they're gonna
man.
unveil it right before the Patriots preseason game against the Commandos. So I hope it's horrible. As a Colts fan, I hope it's the worst thing you've ever seen.
I don't blame you.
So, all right, listen. This might be the worst thing I've seen in a while.
Okay.
And that is
All right.
Shamar Stewart leaving the Bengals mini camp.
Mm.
And it all comes down to the Bengals are asking something that they have no business asking somebody they have drafted. They're asking, there's a term in the contract. The Bengals are trying to, void. Okay, so here's what it is. I'm going to read it verbatim. They're trying to change their usual language regarding the voiding of guarantees to extend the consequences of a default in the current year to all future years. So Shamar Stewart was like, hey, I don't think there should be language that's different than, what you had in a guy the last year that you took in the first round. Why you changing this here? It doesn't seem like fair. And basically it's the Bengals being cheap. And so the Bengals are like, nope, we've decided we have to make this change. This is for us, and this is what we're doing. And so he's like, well, okay, you're going to leave that in the contract. I'm not signing it. And they're like, well, we're not going to take it out of the contract. So he's like, well, I guess I'll be leaving minicamp. And he did. So I don't know what this is. You say this has never happened where a player has decided, like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I can't remember a time where a guy that's been drafted couldn't work it out.
Well,
so here is I saw on Pro Football, here are the options that he has. The first thing you can do is refuse to sign and just demand a trade. Say, no, just go ahead and trade me. I'm not going to play for you guys if that's in the contract. So find me a place that you can get some value for me. And I bet that they're going to do that. You know why? Because the Bengals are cheap. They don't want to pay. But see, that's the thing. They don't want to be stuck paying. I don't understand this. I honestly don't. Like, they close down the team if you can't pay for a rookie. So, so he can do that. The next thing he can do is wait to sign until the Tuesday after week 10. So you just sit out until Tuesday after week 10 and then sign then. You can still play in 2025.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that helps him. But third, he can refuse to sign at all until the 2026 draft begins. And then he re-enters the draft pool, but he could still be drafted by any team other than the Bengals. But I don't see. So the Bengals are just going to just throw away a first round pick? This doesn't make any sense.
That's why they're known as the Bungles, right there.
So the other thing is he can go back to college. Maybe he just goes back to college. I don't know how that works.
So didn't the Bengals have a similar, not exactly this, but didn't they have kind of a similar problem with Jamar Chase?
So it's a little bit different.
Okay, what's fully different?
Threw my piece of paper down that said what was different. It happened last year with Jamar Chase. Yes, it's the same kind of thing, but it was different. It was different language that they argued about. So they were able to get past that. But I wasn't done with the things that Shamar Stewart can do. Another thing is he can refuse to sign with the Bengals and play in the CFL or the UFL. And then 12 months after being drafted, he's just a free agent.
what that would be, oh my gosh. Wow.
Which one would you do? CFL or UFL? And now the entire time you're thinking, what if I get hurt?
CFL?
I'd go back to college if I'm in.
Well, you can't. It doesn't allow that. It doesn't.
Well, it's tricky. There might be a legal battle on that. You'd have to go after the NCAA. They're weak right now, but their rule prevents the player that's been drafted but hasn't signed an NFL contract from coming back to college. They think that maybe there's antitrust laws involved there that maybe a lawsuit could free him up, but that's a lot of money and a risk.
I don't know. I don't think he would. The NCAA is weak, but it's getting a little bit stronger. They've won a couple lawsuits recently with the antitrust stuff. But that being said, talking about the Shamar Stewart stuff, I have a feeling they're going to work this out. I think they're going to work this out. Cincinnati understands.
Who has the most to lose right here, Harris?
They used a first-round pick on a guy, and Trey Hendrickson is currently – that's a big part. He is in contract negotiations as the leading sack getter in the NFL when the Bengals were like bottom 5 or 10 in sacks last year, and they're a win-now team. They kind of have to pay him.
So you're saying that the Bengals have the most to lose in this situation?
Both of them have a lot to lose. I don't know exactly.
Shamar Stewart's just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It seems like a pawn in a bigger negotiation that is the Bengals and Trey Hendrickson.
Chosen One says they're trying to have the option to void his guaranteed money if he's cut during the rookie contract for the Bengals player. If they don't remove the language, I think he'll sit out and get redrafted next year.
Bengals are being cheap. That's
it's
what
not fair. It's
here.
So not fair to Shamar Stewart.
Not fair at all.
Right.
All right, guys. Hour 3 is up next. Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 125th U.S. Open Golf Championship, sponsored by Kohl's. Make the most of summer with stylish looks from Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. J.J. Spahn shot 66 in the morning. It held up throughout the day. The 34-year-old holds the lead at the 125th U.S. Open at 4 under. Tristan Lawrence of South Africa is 3 under. Siwoo Kim, Brooks Koepka, and Sung Jae Im all at 2 under. John Rahm, part of a group, at 1 under. Jordan Spieth and Colin Morikawa shot even par 70 today. The defending champion, Bryson DeChambeau, 73 today, 3 over. 10 players under par out of 156 in the field. It sounds like a U.S. Open. With this U.S. Open report, I'm Whit Watson, Westwood One Sports.
The Jeep brand has always stood for American freedom. And now we're standing with you with Employee Pricing Plus. Hurry into your Jeep brand dealer for details today and join the family. Jeep, there's only one. Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Jeep brand vehicles for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers will qualify. Restrictions apply. Does not apply to leases. Ends 6/30/25. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's, and My Lowe's Pro Rewards members can save even more with limited time deals. Right now, buy one, get one half off. Select HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Primer and Ceiling Paint. Plus, get free same-day delivery to your job site when you order by 2 p.m. Offer valid through 6/13, delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey, Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And, well, this is a nifty new feature we got, because we used to only just put our stuff on the YouTube live, and then we'd stick some links up on the places that people go. And they were like, hey, Ralph was like, hey, I got this program. And I'm like, all right. And I looked at it like, oh, that's cool. And now this thing will take us live to Twitter. It'll take us to Facebook. It'll take us to YouTube all at the same time, absolutely live. And it's got cool features like you can see the station logo and the show logo there and his cool background. Ralph and his wife think that's too distracting, but I don't know. If you guys think it's too distracting, let me know.
It hasn't bothered me. Yeah, I've been looking at it all day.
I think Ralph's just easily distracted.
Well, you know, that could be it. But
Yeah.
Don't you dare say anything about his wife.
Yeah.
She's tough. But anyway, so they also have this ability to share photographs, and that is kind of an awesome thing. Now, Randy, remember you were saying like, hey, we used to get a lot of people show up at our remote broadcast.
Oh yeah.
Well, we did this sidewalk remote broadcast. You can barely see the van in the background. This is the one where we filled it with stuff for back to school for the poor kids.
I remember that. Yeah.
And what I love about this, is that lady right there. You see a crowd of people who are having a great time, and just the face of that lady right there, just like, okay, I wish I wasn't standing here. I should not have come this far up the stage. So anyways, I knew you wanted to show kind of, here's another version of that. Just so you see all these people that are just, there's about 2,000. We thought 200 would show up, and there's about 2,000 people showed up.
2,000, yeah.
So
look at that.
So that was kind of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in the past. And let's see. Oh, here's remember we did the Fiesta Bowl parade?
Oh yeah, there we are.
That's me singing to the crowd. They wished I'd stopped.
Can you sing? Can you sing, Jeffrey?
No, I can't sing.
Oh.
I can't sing at all, really. No. Then here's me and Randy.
Wow.
Just showing off. Right, look at those gas prices.
Look at that.
$1.16
Oh
for
my
unleaded.
gosh, that's just rubbing it in my face.
94,
at
I
this
think.
Point. That is insane. Look at y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was fun. That was fun,
so
and then
cool.
just flexing.
Yeah, showing off her muscles.
We blew KUPD out. They were across the street, and our speakers and everything we were doing so loud. They're like, "The hell with this. We're out of here."
I didn't know what you meant when you said you blew KUPD out. I was like, that could be.
Well, that's
anything.
another radio station, Harris.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Don't
okay.
make it weird.
Oh, okay. I heard police department. I
So
didn't know.
anyway,
Yes.
So that's I just
Oh,
thought I'd share that.
look up there on the table. You got Boffo the Clown.
Oh, that's right. I think I have Boffo the Clown still in a box somewhere.
No kidding.
I
Wow.
do still have the morning show Piranha.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still
wow.
have that. I saw that the other day when I was working in the garage. All right. Well, enough show and tell. People listening on their car radios are just like, I can't see nothing.
Who are these guys?
Sorry.
Yeah.
You can go back and find us on the socials and watch the video. Here's something I did
1580
realize
Fanatic.
that's not great.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was, if it was Facebook or Twitter. It's like you can't fast forward. It wouldn't let me fast forward. I was trying to find something. And it was like, ooh, okay, so you might find better success with what you're trying to do on, I don't know which one, but you can find us at 1580 The Fanatic on the Twitter, on the Facebook, on the YouTube, but also Instagram. We don't do anything there, but it's there.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
understand
can't.
why.
Mm.
We're there.
We're getting there.
We're there.
We're getting there.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, I love the photos, guys. That was fantastic seeing you hanging out. You're so young together. Now you're just two old dudes.
Yep. Just two old guys kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. Seeing those photos is crazy. Look
Yeah.
at y'all.
That's, to me, in my head, I still look like that. From these eyes looking out, it's the same thing.
I've seen myself this morning right after my shower. I know that I don't look anything like that.
All I know is at least we both still have all our hair.
Well, that's true.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I know Harris didn't believe me until I took off my hat that one time.
I didn't know what to think. I have a lot of friends
People
that
are always
bald.
surprised.
There you go.
That's interesting.
People are always surprised I have a full head of hair because I always wear the hat. But I explain, it's like there's actually two reasons. One reason, I wake up in the morning, put the hat on, I'm ready to go. I don't got to do nothing. But I clean up when I need to, and the wife is like, "Nope, no hat this time." I'm like, "All right, fine. I'll comb my hair, no problem." And but the other reason is that early on, when we started the Fanatic, here I am in my hat doing my thing, and then I got a nice picture of me in a suit, and my hair was combed, and it ended up on the website. Freaked everyone the hell out. Nobody knew what to do with it.
Really?
So I was told by management, yeah, you got to go back to the hat because nobody wants to see you looking like that. I'm like, really? He's like, you look like a news person. I'm like, well, Fooey's a news person? Like, no.
You know what's crazy when management gets involved, but you are working with a news person, and Randy, he's this area's weatherman.
I am a meteorologist. Yes, thank you very much.
Of course, Randy.
Don't encourage that.
Thank you very much. There'll be a little something in your check this week.
Oh, I might say it like another
He has
50 times.
no impact on your check. He's not even in accounting.
Hey, Jeffrey, not sure if you heard, but Randy's a meteorologist.
Oh, brother. Hefty Lefty texted in a picture. He's like, this is what they should use, if they go ahead and make that statue of Tom Brady.
Okay.
It should be based on this likeness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where he's
absolutely.
getting his picture taken with Tony
Absolutely.
Dungy and just
you
looking like
imagine?
the craziest
Huge.
mofo
Yeah.
that just
Oh, yeah.
helped himself to everything on the ketamine table.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just that just creeps me out. It was
Holy
weird
crap.
seeing Tony Dungy look like that.
He looks like that, like kid who's just had way too much sugar, I'd say, or just completely drugged up.
You're about to find something's been egged. Somebody's got a hold of a can of shaving cream.
Gosh, yeah.
Something has happened in the neighborhood, and that's the kid that did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, hey, can you do me a favor? I want to check on some guys. Can you just go ahead and search Noah Brown? He got carted off at Commandos practice yesterday. Wide receiver Noah Brown. What is his condition right now? I'm kind of curious. He just re-signed with the team, and he was looking to have a better season than last. Remember, he had that game-winning Hail Mary against the Bears. Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I injured my kidney, and so I don't know why he got carted off, but I hope he's all right. And
yeah, right now Dan Quinn says he doesn't have an update on it. He's getting an MRI today. So we should
have already had it.
Should be finding out about it
Tomorrow.
soon.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
I was glad to see Brian Thomas Jr. was all right. He had a hard fall during minicamp, and he got into bam with Tyson Campbell, and then he hurt his shoulder. But it just, that was rough. But they're saying he's absolutely fine. He's like, yeah, he's good. He probably could have gone back and played some more. He got a little bruised up, but he's okay.
Yeah,
So-
Brian Thomas is he's a huge factor for Jacksonville this year because you pay Trevor Lawrence that much money. You need those receivers healthy. So good to
Mhm.
see him healthy. And Tyson Campbell, for that matter. He's
Yeah.
one of the better corners in football.
Don't break your toys in camp.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can't do it.
not do that.
Can't do it.
So Jim Jerkface Harbaugh, he had some stuff done. Basically, in the offseason, a coach saves up everything for the offseason.
Mhm.
And so they put him up on the rack, and he underwent a cardiac ablation and a hip replacement surgery.
Oh, no
did
kidding.
he?
Wow.
I don't think on the same day, but yeah.
That would be a lot on the same day.
I did not know about the hip. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, well, you didn't notice his goofy limp that he always had?
No.
That's why, and
Oh.
that should correct it. So he'll be walking like a normal human being in them stupid khakis.
Wow.
Yes, Jim Harbaugh was the quarterback for the Colts, and I never cared for him. And he does have resting jerk face. He always just looks like
he does.
he's got a jerk face. I don't like him. Don't like Jim Harbaugh.
I'm the opposite. I love Jim Harbaugh.
Is he a great coach? Yeah, okay.
He
I'm
is
not
a heck
gonna-
of a coach.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
He's got some crazy recruiting stories. Like he used to one player came and saw him and legit, like he was expecting this recruiting thing, and they watched SpongeBob together, and he talked about SpongeBob for hours. That was the visit.
That right there, he should be banned from all football.
No, that's so cool. That's so cool. I mean, Jim Harbaugh's he's just a different individual, man.
Was the kid he was visiting? Was he a SpongeBob freak? Or
I'm
what?
not sure.
You
That
hope
was a
so,
rumor.
or else that was really uncomfortable for that guy.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, if I'm a 5-star quarterback and I don't care who it is, if Jim Harbaugh starts talking to me about SpongeBob, where are the papers? I'm
Coach,
signing.
can I go now?
I'm committing.
No. This next episode of SpongeBob, you have to see it. You'll
Yeah, don't make
learn
your
more
decision
about
yet.
yourself than. Yeah, oh my god.
Oh, I would sign on the spot.
So anyway, he's he's gotten some work done. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
All right.
Whatever it matters.
Get it done in the offseason. Good ideas. Good
Fair.
thinking.
By the way, in case you care, and even if you don't, and I know you don't, Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers can't stand his new helmet.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Because he had to get rid of his the helmet he liked. You know, the one that makes him look like the great kazoo, that big
Yes.
old
Yeah.
upside down fishbowl helmet that he likes.
Yes. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. He had to get rid of that. And because, they're banned. They're banned now. They're deemed unsafe. So now he's like, I've worn a shut, which is what that helmet was, for 20 years. And now it doesn't pass the safety standard. So he's just all aggravated. And I get it. Because, like, if I have to change my microphone or my headphones, there's an adjustment period. And, like, if I go in there and use those bowling shoes, that's what we call, by the way, Harris, you're learning radio. We call the headphones in the studio that everybody wears bowling shoes.
Oh,
but they're about as sanitary.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Just saying.
Everybody uses those.
So if I got to use them bowling shoes,
yeah,
Thanks
it
for
just-
letting me know now.
just doesn't sound right. I think you got a pair on your head right now.
A bowling shoes?
Yeah, you
I
don't have your
do.
own headphones?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta do just like a carpenter has his little tool bag. You got to
You
invest in.
Got to get your own headphones, man.
Well, I do have my own headphones. I just wasn't bringing them because I was like, oh, they have some here. I needed. Well, I have a
Oh
headphone
no,
jack.
I think you're fine putting on something that Phil puts on his head, or no, he has his own,
Mhm.
or something that Keon or Eric Cohen or everybody else who ever worked there has worn
Yep,
those
yep.
headphones probably.
Yep.
By the way, let me suggest the brand I wear, the Sennheiser closed ear headphones. I do like them very much. Randy, what do you suggest?
Oh, I have the let's see, I have the Audio Technica. I have those closed
Wait
ear,
a minute.
headphones.
What happened to your Sonys? You had your Sonys that you used to wear when you were on the air with me.
Well, I still have them, and they're still working. It's just someone was on the radio saying that my headphones were so loud
They
that
are.
you could hear, and it was causing a problem.
You see, you had to get the closed ear ones.
I got
You know
the
that?
closed ear headphones. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I found this. This is off topic, but we were talking about Jim Harbaugh and SpongeBob, and I found Jim Harbaugh's quote about SpongeBob. Can I share it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He attacks every day with enthusiasm unknown to mankind. I've kind of modeled my behavior.
SpongeBob does?
SpongeBob does. I've
Okay.
modeled my behavior after him. He's a go-getter. He puts his heart and
So
soul.
pause. Jim Harbaugh says he modeled his behavior after,
after
SpongeBob.
After SpongeBob. He's a go-getter. He puts his heart and soul into making those Krabby Patties. I think he's awesome. Gosh, I love it.
Does he
Oh, I love
realize
it.
that SpongeBob isn't real? I don't think he knows this.
Well, what do
I
you
don't
mean?
think it's figured it out
He
yet.
is real. He's real. Have you been to Bikini Bottom?
Oh, shut up, Harris.
I mean,
Jeez, it's your birthday. That doesn't mean you get to be an idiot. I'm trying to check the standings for the U.S. Open, and so right now you got J.J. Spawn in first, Thurston Lawrence the third in second, Si Woo Woo Kim and Brooks Koepka and Sungjae Im in third. And nothing has really changed. But let's see who's made some ground. John Rahm is he's hanging around about 10 down, but he's tied for sixth.
I think John Rahm's going to win the thing.
Let's see here. Jordan Spieth is in pretty good position. Colin Morikawa. I'm trying to see where the hell is Scheffel?
Randy, your pick on Sam
my
Burns
guys?
was doing good for a while. He must have fallen off.
Schauffele is +2.
He's not too far back. I think he's +1.
Wait, where the hell is my guy?
Sam Burns was like really up there. And then,
Why don't you automatically know where Scheffler is?
Scheffler in the U.S. Open here. Let me look it up.
My Control F ain't working for some reason on this list.
Your Control F is
I'm
not
scrolling.
working.
Not the Control
I
F.
don't know why.
I'm scrolling. There's DeChambeau tied for 49.
Oh, Scheffler went 3 over.
Yeah.
He's 49.
Well, he's
There he
still,
is. Yeah,
he's-
tied for 49.
He's still in the running.
Very interesting to see Brooks Koepka play well. Very interesting.
They didn't have a cut line day. Is there no cut on the
Yeah,
US Open?
tomorrow will be cut.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Interesting to see Koepka playing well because he hasn't been playing his best golf lately. He has had a couple injuries, so we know he brings it in majors. So when he's at top form, no one can really stop Brooks Koepka. It's just a matter of when he's at top form. So interesting. He might.
Hey,
an
here's your
interesting
guy,
one.
Kevin Velo. That's your guy, Harris.
I guess that is my guy.
You're always saying Velo.
I always say Velo, yeah. And you guys don't. Well, now you
Kevin
understand. It took a
Velo.
while.
Say
Kevin
the rest of the
Velo.
word. Listen, you're not saving money. Go ahead. You can say velocity. There's a Harris.
Harris English.
Is tied for 49th.
Great first name.
So
No comment.
some surprises today. The guy in absolute last place, George Duongamini.
Yeah.
He's American.
Duongamini.
And then there's Roberto Diaz. They're both tied for 155th. Oh, guess
Sam
who is the third to last? Justin Hicks.
Sam Burns
Harris
is
English and Justin
at +2.
Yeah, he was like 1 over or 2 over at one point.
He's at +2 right now.
Scores are going to be really high. It's a tough course.
Wait, hold on a second. Randy, did you pick as your winner? Hold on here.
I think he picked Sam Burns.
No,
as his winner.
yeah, you got Sam Burns, but Harris,
Mine's not good.
Burying the lead. He picked Joaquin Neiman.
Yeah.
Where is he at?
I was honestly torn between Neiman and Rahm, and I chose Neiman, and gosh darn it, I was just trying to
for
be too
81
cute.
+5 over
Not
par.
good. I was trying to be too cute. I should have just
Joaquin.
done my job, and I didn't.
You know, as bad as Scheffler did today, I'm still winning.
Really?
Yeah.
No way Burns is that far down. He
Where is
must have
Burns?
collapsed.
Burns
towards
is
the
ahead
end.
of Scheffler.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, I take
I'm-
it back. Randy's winning.
I'm winning. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Randy
Randy.
is
Thank
winning.
you.
Burns
This
is
will be
in
the only
35th.
day I win, though.
No, it
You
won't.
never know.
Randy, you never know.
I'm at minus 2, and your guy is at where is he at?
+2.
I'm at +2.
Yeah.
And right there is Scotty Scheffler at +3. You're 1 stroke behind.
And I am at the bottom at +5.
LA
Joaquin.
Kid says, how much does Sennheiser pay you to say nice things about their crappy headphones? Well, these are the expensive ones. These aren't the bottom of the barrel ones.
I'd like to point out my dark horse, Gary Woodland, is also performing well at +3.
Yeah, I didn't get to do a dark horse because I couldn't see anything on the screen. So
I
congratulations,
do-
Randy. I think you're killing it.
Thank you.
You are killing it, Randy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel very validated by you.
Here's what happened. I got all confident when I picked Rory to win the Masters, and I
Yeah.
was feeling it. I was like,
Shouldn't have
I
done
can
that.
figure it out. But then
You know, the thing about golf is every different tournament, you know nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
You
It's
think
true.
you know, but then you
Yep.
get to this tournament, you know nothing.
Yeah.
That's what makes it hard as hell to bet.
I wish
way
I
to
would
describe
have.
it.
I wish I would have put a unit down on Sam Burns and Gary
I'll
Woodland.
put my unit down. Thump.
Wow.
Radio Ron says Sam Burns was 5 over par on the last 4 holes, and that is why he dropped off.
Oh, because I checked and
No,
I was like, he's in
at
the
plus-
lead. He's near
he's
the
at
lead.
plus
And
2.
then, yeah.
He's at plus 2 now.
Shoot. I radio run.
Hi,
Why is
Radio
Moist
Ron.
One singing
Radio
"Oh
Ron.
Canada"? Oh, he's watching.
Oh, he's
the,
probably
the
an
hockey is
Edmonton
on.
fan. He's in
Ah.
Montana. Edmonton is like,
He's
well,
not in Montana, Harris. He's here.
I thought he lived
He's
in Montana.
from Montana.
Oh, okay.
Like you're from Tennessee. Firefighter says SpongeBob's not real. Great. Next thing you're going to tell my kids is, I'm not even reading that part. Not reading that part, Firefighter. I ain't going to be responsible for that. Nice try. Lost Toby says the little something in his check is called taxes. Yeah, there'll be a lot of something in your check there, Harris.
Oh,
don't believe him, Harris. You just keep going. Go ahead and spit that truth. Go ahead.
That's right. I will. Randy's a meteorologist.
It's the Daily
Thank
Blender
you.
here on 1580, The Fanatic. Do your job and hit the button.
The Daily Blender is streamed live on YouTube. Search 1580 The Fanatic to watch.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 125th U.S. Open Golf Championship, sponsored by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. J.J. Spawn has never made a cut at a U.S. Open. The 34-year-old one-time winner on the PGA Tour posted 66 today, 4 under, to lead by 1 over Tristan Lawrence of South Africa at -3. 3 players are at 2 under, including 5-time major winner Brooks Koepka. Sung J M also on that number. There are 5 players at 1 under. Only 10 players under par after day 1, including John Rahm at -1. The 30-year-old Spaniard is seeking his 3rd major championship. With this U.S. Open report, I'm Whit Watson, Westwood One Sports.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really worked so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Rich Eisen Show. I'm all for fair market, free trade, all that good stuff, right? Free agency. But I'm hearing that now schools can just pay players. I don't have a problem with them paying players. I have a problem if sports go away because they're not getting the money. In the same way, I had no problem with NIL. I just had a problem with, we don't know what it means. And there's no construct set up to run things in a way that's fair, equitable, and transparent.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at 9 a.m. on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and all right, we are talking football.
We're talking football.
By the way, Aaron Rodgers hates his helmet, but
Yeah.
also it turns out he's married. Well, I think he's just jacking with people. I think he's lying.
I saw that.
They're like, hey, we see you're wearing a wedding ring there, Chucky. What's going on? Oh, I've been married for a couple of months. Oh, yeah, who to? Brittany. I think he just made up the name.
Brittany.
Isn't that her name? Is that what he said?
I guess. I just heard about it. I didn't quite see the clip. I recently
I think he married
watched-
Britney Spears.
Oh, could have.
No.
I recently watched the Aaron Rodgers documentary on Netflix. Actually,
I could not bring myself to do it.
It was very, very interesting. That Netflix
Okay,
did
now-
a good job.
now, don't hold back.
Okay.
Weird, dumb, crazy, or amazing. What's the word?
Kind of all of it. Like it's weird. It's very weird because he's very into the ayahuasca spirituality retreats that he calls it, and it's just stuff I've never seen before. And so he really lets the camera crew get in depth on that stuff in him, and it's really him, man. I mean, I think Netflix does a good job at, whether you agree or disagree with it, at telling his story. So
well, what's the point? What are you left with now you've seen it?
you're just left with the fact that he just is an enigma. That's clearly how we tried to show it. But
because little what's her name? Crash. The crashes into things. That's her Indian name. Crashes into things. Danica Patrick.
Danica Patrick, yeah.
Danica Patrick was saying that he was abusive. She was in an emotionally abusive relationship with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, interesting.
I think Aaron Rodgers, well, I'll tell you, it goes in depth on, like, he doesn't talk to his family. At least I don't think he talks to his family reportedly. We don't quite know, but him and his family have a rift. And
I
it
think
kind
there
of
are religious types that didn't mesh. with
Yeah, that's exactly
he's up
right.
to.
I think he's just kind of learning how to deal with that. And so when they go in depth on that and how he just really wanted to find that purpose, and going from that like super, that type of house to Cal Berkeley, which is like the utter opposite of that. And he talks about that too, and how like, he had all these ideologies that were just reformed and changed. And it's interesting however you see it, but they do a good job at telling his story the way he wanted it to be told.
All right. Well, so he had some control over the narrative.
I mean, when your story's being told, you have a decent amount of control over the narrative, and he definitely played into that a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised.
You don't. Not it depends on who's telling the story. I
Yeah.
could do a documentary, the story of Harris Holland Hicks,
Right.
and you would have no control over
That's
it.
true. Actually, you would have no control
And
over
I also know you don't make enough money to sue me. So if I'm going to do this, it should be now.
that. And you have
Wow.
Big George too. So Big George
Yeah.
is probably
Oh, yeah.
lethal in court, I'd
Yeah.
imagine. I wouldn't want to face that.
Big George is like a great white shark. in
Yeah,
court.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
want anything with that. But the Aaron Rodgers thing, it's interesting. Very interesting.
888-368-1580. That's the number to be a part of the show. And so let's move on to quarterbacks that are actually, sitting with a chance to win a Super Bowl right now. And that's
Right.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen was talking about the Olympics and the flag football thing. And he's like, I don't want to disrespect the guys that are playing right now, but if there was an opportunity for me to try, I would absolutely love to. So he wants to play, and I can get that. And you want your best representing your country. But if there's guys who are currently really great at flag football, I feel like there should be a competition. I don't think it should just be
Yeah.
a given.
Yeah.
But then the NFL's like, ooh, this is rough. We want to win this, but we also want brand names out there getting us ratings.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe we're deluding ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe in the flag football, maybe it translates enough to where the greatest of the NFL will already be great at flag football. So I really don't know what to make of this or how they should even proceed. I know how they proceed fairly. You bring out the people who want, you have like a little camp and to see whoever's the best at it is who should represent the country, not just the biggest name.
Yeah. Yeah, I wondered that because the U.S. is ranked first in the world right now in flag football. I checked the rankings; they're like the clear number one. So it's interesting, regardless of how good these NFL players are. You know, you bring a bunch of different guys into that locker room, all of a sudden chemistry can get thrown off, and knowing certain plays can get thrown off, and so yeah, I wonder how they proceed with that. You know, it's really interesting.
For some reason,
I was gonna say, Jeffrey, where'd you go?
I don't know. He just told me that I lost internet. And now
Oh,
I'm
you're back.
Yeah. Hi,
back.
everybody.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey.
I don't know what's going on here. What were we talking about?
Flag football. Jeff.
Flag football. Flag football.
The
Thank you.
sport that Randy used to play, the enforcer, as he's called it.
I played when I was 23 at the NFL Fastest Man competition. I ran that, and then there was a flag football competition, and I played in what I call Joey Buttafuoco pants. I don't know, Harris, you would probably, your parents probably remember. They are these baggy, almost like MC Hammer pants.
Yeah.
A lot of Italians wore them.
Yeah.
And I wore those and went out there, and this guy went for my flag and instead grabbed those pants and tore a strip right down the right side of me.
Wow.
Luckily, I had shorts on underneath because I was worried that might happen anyway. So,
Oh my gosh, you wore these pants?
Yep. Oh, you found them.
I found them.
You searched Joey Buttafuoco and you found the pants.
Dude,
it wasn't just
insane.
him, as a lot of people wore those for, I don't know, what do you say, about 6 months, Randy, in the 90s?
Yes.
About 6 months. Those. Did you have any of those?
No.
I might
Yeah.
get one of those myself.
They
Hey,
were
maybe I
very
just,
comfortable.
Maybe I just figured out what I wanted for my birthday.
They were very
Oh.
comfortable, and my thighs. My problem is that my thighs were so big. Like if I were getting on a bicycle and ride it down the block, my thighs would hurt because they were so tight against the jeans. So those big billowy pants, those hammer pant looking things, they made it easy to run.
Did wonders for you.
It was just kind of fun. But then I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, I guess I'm wearing shorts now. So,
Wow.
Zubaz pants, Zubaz, says
Yeah.
deflated balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's a funny name.
if we're able to get, for my birthday, if we're able to get for my birthday this costume party where everybody gets to wear a fanatic emoji mask,
Yeah.
I think we should all wear the Zubaz pants. You can
Zubaz
still buy
pants.
them. You
Okay.
can buy them on Amazon for $20
All
to,
right.
to 40
All right.
bucks.
Thought
All
about it. I'm in.
We should all wear those pants and the mask and I don't know, like a tank top or something. I don't know
Absolutely.
yet.
Well,
about
I'm not
this,
wearing
Jeffrey.
any tank tops. I'm sorry.
Well, then I'm not
Oh,
wearing any
dang
pants.
it, then I'm not
Okay.
going if Randy's not wearing a tank top.
I'm not wearing any tank tops. I don't want to scare
No.
anybody away.
Randy would do the opposite.
No,
If you-
I don't.
Well,
I don't
there's
think
the old
so.
saying: if you're built like a tank, don't wear the top.
Yep.
Swazman says, Jeffrey, back in my hometown of Springfield, Illinois, we played sandlot football in the neighborhood parks, and I swear it was like rugby without rules. It was mud and tackling without pads. It was pretty fun. It was our version of flag football.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
Wise guy says, hey, please do not make fun of my Joey Buttafuoco pants. They are standard issue in the crew.
All right.
We wear
All
those
right.
pants on our hits on a daily basis.
Nice. Nice. I like it.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea to wear those pants if you're out doing a hit, because that's going to make you easily identifiable.
Wow.
Jeffrey, it just froze on you.
On me
for a
coughing, I
second.
got this weird look.
It was a really funny look.
Well, you have no idea. I don't know if any of this actually freezes when you see it online live.
Yeah, I don't
but
know
to
how
us, Harris on a regular basis is freezing, and
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I
True
can't even
story.
see that. I look fine on here. And then
Well,
again,
you look as fine as you. Well, anyway. So my new team owners is
Yes.
the three
Yeah. Yeah. Amigos.
three angels, like
Oh,
Charlie
okay,
Jim
okay.
Irsay's angels.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you
Carly
got,
Irsay Gordon.
you got Jacqueline. You got Katie, and you got Farah. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, that's their names. And so I don't know why Carly feels like she needs to comment on this, but or if she's just had a meeting, and this is what we're going with.
Okay.
Because Daniel Dimes Jones is, I don't even want to talk about this.
Okay.
Because Danny Dimes, they're like, I see these posts by the Colts and other people outside of the Colts saying, "Whoa, boy, Danny Dimes looking good. He's got a lock on the starting job," especially because Anthony Richardson is he's hurt, so that means Danny Dimes, he's killing it. And they're like showing all these plays and throws, and I'm like, everybody looks good in camp. This isn't a thing.
Camp. Yeah.
Stop trying to sell me on Danny Dimes. Just stop.
Here's what I think they ought to do. They set up a rodeo cage. All right. Now just hear me out. Set up a rodeo cage. In one side of the cage, they have El Toro, the bull. On the other side, Danny Dimes with a football. And outside the cage, one of your receivers. You go ahead and tighten that strap on El Toro, the bull, and release him and let him go after Danny Dimes. That will replicate what the defenses in the NFL will do. And now Danny Dimes has to run for his life while delivering a spot-on pass to that receiver just beyond that rodeo fencing. This is how you will assert and find out for sure if he's doing a good job.
I'm okay with that. No, I'm fine with it. Go ahead. I don't even mind.
Thank you.
But Carly Irsay Gordon, she says, we believe in Anthony Richardson.
No,
you don't. No, not if you
do.
Know anything about football, Carly. And I know you do, Carly. I know you do, because I see you on the sidelines wearing a headset. Now, back when your dad was alive, she'd be on the sideline, and they're like, "Well, what are you doing with a headset? You're not coaching." She's like, "Oh, I don't talk on it." She says, well, I need to keep an eye on everything that's going on. She says, I need to be able to say, is this person full of BS? Do they even know what they're talking about? She says, this is such a complex organism, a football team, and how it operates. You could say, oh, that person ran the wrong route. But then you learn, oh, somebody tagged the wrong wide receiver, and wasn't the player's fault. It was the person that called it. So she's basically, and who she's talking about, listening to the OCs. She's listening to the DC. She's listening to the coach. She's kind of just sitting there learning and observing everything. And I'm just like very impressed. She's been doing it for years. Like getting ready for this moment to be able to know, okay, my GM is full of crap. Oh no, my coach is full of crap. Oh no, my OC is full of crap. So that she has in-game experience instead of sitting up there in the luxury suite, right? Just sort of just having a hot dog going, I don't know what's going on there, but the scoreboard tells me what I need to know. No, she got a headset on and she's
learning,
really paying attention. So I don't know how much that has given her the real knowledge to run the team. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could sit next to two different people, one on each side of you, watch a football game. And one person knows a lot about football. The other knows nothing about football. And they've all watched football for the exact same amount of time in their life. Some people watch football in the entertainment aspect and they don't learn all the little nuances, and they can't say, oh, look, a cover three. Oh, look. And then there's other people who watch football and they see it technically, kind of like me watching stand-up comedians. Like Randy and I, we went on a double date and we watched some comedians with our wives.
We did.
I am sitting there and you could see my eyes. I'm watching it technically. I'm watching all the different little nuances. I was like, okay, I know how he's doing that. Randy's just over there having a great time laughing. He's not watching it for the technical aspects of it. So who is Carly Irsay Gordon? Is she really getting and absorbing and able to, and I'm not saying this because she's a woman. I'd say the same thing if she was a dude. If this is really helping, I'm impressed as hell. And even if it's not, I'm impressed that she's trying. She's really making the effort to know what's going on with her team.
Impressed that she's trying. Jeffrey, I got a question for you. How can you predict a good stand-up comedian from a bad one? Like, are there any cues you can get to know one?
Can you predict?
Yeah.
Are people laughing?
Well, like, what about, say you see like a good stand-up comedian, okay? and he has a couple good liners, but
Uh-huh.
like he's just starting. Would you be able to predict like, oh, that guy's going to be a good stand-up comedian because of this?
From
this,
seeing
and
them
this?
perform in front of a crowd once?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is
I
it?
can tell if somebody has it or not.
How can you tell? I'm so curious.
This is not the show for that.
I know. I'm just so interested.
And it would take it would I don't I, that's a hard one to kind of put into words. Like you know, there's like when Randy and I went to that comedy show, it was a small club and there was nobody of name there, not even the headliner.
Yeah.
And I had talked to Randy you know, during dinner, and I said, well, if the person, oh, that's right, we were talking about you, Harris, when you were laughing at your own jokes. And I said, somebody who laughs at their own joke is never going to win this crowd over because it's just, and so the headliner was doing it and he died of death.
Oh yeah.
He just went down
It was-
in
it was-
flames.
The governor. No.
So I kind of broke that tape down when we were having dinner, and was sure enough, it actually happened before our eyes.
Yeah.
So I can't get too deep into how you can tell, but the honest answer, very, very first thing is, are people laughing? No. Guess what? They're not going to make it.
Wow. Well, I guess
that simple. But when I see somebody's technique, I can tell you the techniques that'll work and won't work.
I felt bad for the guy. It was so quiet in there.
Oh, that's terrible. So what you're saying is I could never be a stand-up comedian, is what you're saying.
Do you want to be?
No.
Then don't worry about it.
Harris,
it
what
just-
are you doing?
Stop
I'm-
trying to be funny.
No,
Be
I'm
you.
just so-
be you as you are.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just
You
so
know.
curious if you could tell. It's like those like all-time greats where they can see like if or like a scout can see if someone has it or not. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm so curious if you can see.
Well,
that. So
plus
intriguing.
minus, there's always the plus minus, and the plus minus is I don't know everything. I have a
Right.
good idea, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be 100% right. Who knows? Harris might sit down, write himself a bunch of jokes, go out there and absolutely slaughter. I doubt it,
Unlikely.
but it could happen. And so there's no 100%, there's no formula, there's no anything. A lot of it's going to be on a gut instinct. You know, I get like we've had comedians come in to be on the show. We
Yeah.
used to do that every week, and they'd walk in the door, and within a few moments, I'm like, okay, this is not going to go well. And I was always right.
Yeah, yeah.
Swazman says, Jeffrey, the psychology of laughing at your own jokes is a matter of like people who talk themselves. They don't even know any of us are in the room. You know, they're in their heads. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't think Harris kind of presents as somebody who'd be at a tent city or something.
No.
Sir Drives a Lot says, when Harris tries to be funny, I always picture the old Bugs Bunny cartoon where he strikes out 3 times on one pitch. Lastobi says, Harris, you'd have to be funny to be a stand-up comedian.
I was asking if I'm not, those of y'all thinking, I'm not thinking of being a stand-up comedian. I'm just curious if Jeffrey can tell. I'm just curious.
Hamilton Porter says, David Lucas laughs at his own jokes. He's pretty funny. Who's David Lucas?
I don't know.
All right, I will look him up. I know there's one comedian out there who's like and kind of does that, and he's had success, but that just annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Moist One says, OMG. Okay, I need a little more than that. Moist One.
Yeah, we had no context there.
Swazman says, by the way, Harris is staying in his own lane, the slow lane, but he's learning. He's doing a good job. Yeah,
Thank you.
He's coming along. All right, guys, taking a break. We'll be back with on this date in Big George's sports history. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Get our free app and listen to the Daily Blender everywhere you go. Get it today, wherever you get your favorite apps.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Home Depot has fast, free delivery on the perfect gift to help Dad do more this Father's Day. Because Dad is more than just a dad. He's groundskeeper of the yard, the perfecter of the patio, and the cleaner of the clippings. Power Dad's doing with Ryobi cordless outdoor power tools from the Home Depot. Like the Ryobi 40-volt string trimmer kit for $159. For everything Dad is, find the perfect gift at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, see homedepot.com/delivery for more details.
Give me those sauces, grab the chicken strips, let's dunk them in there. There's nothing like it. Hey, I'm Joey. And I'm Josh. And we're team members at our local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing you'll love about the Chick-fil-A chicken strips is dipping them in our sauces. My sauce is the barbecue sauce. If you wanted to add sweet, tangy flavors, there's nothing like it. I love the garden herb ranch sauce, but if you want a little bit more kick in the spicy side, you can mix it with buffalo sauce. Dipping them in our sauces, it is perfection.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Team members paid for their testimonials.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains June 13th through the 23rd. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details.
1580 The Fanatic. And at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for sports.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And Moislan says two Oilers have already gone down. Which ones? That's the thing. We've been trying to figure out who's been injured, but we do know that the Florida Panthers have scored a goal in the first, and right now there's about 6 minutes left. And by the way, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are at the game. I know this because their picture just came up on my screen.
Huh. How about that?
So who won? I'm sorry, not who won. Who got injured for the Oilers?
Yeah, I am looking it up at the moment, and I'm not really seeing anybody.
Well, all I see is
Twitter.
what they say on the injury report, the names they list, but I don't know if this was the guys that were injured before the game or what, but Zach Hyman and Alec Regula are shown as injured on the injury report, but they may have already been there. I can't find a thing that shows, the injuries in this current game.
Yeah, how about those Panthers, man? I mean, they're 1-0 already. Shots 13-2, 9 hits compared to 3 for Edmonton.
Caesar Sportsbook, now with same-game
Wow.
parlays from multiple-
Edmonton
Free
already
commercial for Caesar Sportsbook. Thanks, Randy.
Sorry. I'm trying to find out who got injured.
Nope. Moiswan says nobody was injured. It was a 5-on-3 power play.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
two guys.
I was
going to
say I couldn't
penalty
find
box.
anybody getting injured, but yeah,
That's funny.
The Oilers just shot themselves in the foot, man, and they're doing it again. Gosh.
Well, maybe lead with that, Moist One, so because I can't see what's going on from here. I don't have a TV on in here.
13 shots to 2, man. 13-2.
Florida's got 13 shots on goal,
and Edmonton has 2. Stuart Skinner is keeping Edmonton in this game. They're hanging by a thread.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a lot of shots on goal in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Swuzman says, Jeffrey, maybe back in Harris's hometown, they'll put up a street sign for him like they did for Brock Purdy here in the East Valley at his old high school. Are you a legend back home now that you're on major market radio, Harris?
Working towards it, you could say.
They going to put a street sign up, or is it just going to be like stuck to the side of your barn?
That would be pretty cool if that happened. But
well, you can at least still rub that in your brother's face.
I would. Oh, I mean, that's probably the first thing I would do. I'd probably make him smell it, rub it in his
Wait a
face.
second. Your
Win, take
brother.
this.
Oh yeah, everything's got to be smelled. But your brother, he just graduated college.
Yeah, he did.
What is he going to do? What's he off to do?
He is in accounting and going to grad school. So he
You
is.
tell him you're just going to count other people's money. Way to go.
Yeah. I mean, he's and he's in grad school, and he has an internship in New York this summer. So, yep, he's going to be going to some Yankees games. I might join him.
Ugh.
I knew you were going to say that. Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah,
Don't
I
get
have,
that nasty Yankee stain all over you.
I have a lot of family that likes the Yankees.
Why? You're from the South.
So my granddad had a stint in New York. He
You know,
lived there for
I
a
thought
while.
I
and
might
loved
need
Mickey.
a stint, but it turns out I didn't. So that was nice.
Yes.
And he
So
loved
your grandpa
Mickey
went
Mantle.
to New York, got a stint.
Yeah, got a stint. He was there for like 10 years, and he was a big Mickey Mantle fan. So he brought that down south, moved to Mississippi, and met my grandmother. Yep.
Well,
So-
if you go to a Yankees game, $6 gets you a beer. That's how much the
$6.
beer is.
Really?
At the Yankees game. Yeah, Chosen One sent this, says, wow, quite the difference. Good for the Diamondbacks. And the reason he says that is the Diamondbacks only charge $5 for a beer. And that is second to the lowest cost of beer in the Major League Baseball.
Really?
Rockies can't give it away for $3 a beer. And then the Angels and the Blue Jays, $4.50. And then Dimebacks are, $5 a beer, along with the Braves and the Marlins and the Guardians and the Rays and the Cardinals and the Twins and the Royals and the Padres and the Mariners. Most expensive beer in the entirety of the
Can I
league
guess?
is in Washington, D.C., $14.99.
Holy crap. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
People are just really rich there.
Orioles $10.99.
What?
White Sox, the White Sox $10.50 because they're like, we know you need alcohol. So
Oh
we're
my
gonna charge
God.
you out the ass for it.
That
Oh, my
shows,
goodness.
like, if you look at like GDP per capita of each US city, like DC's is like through the roof. And so it's just so expensive to live there. Everything is like crazy expensive. I guess that's why, but $15 is insane for one
So,
beer.
Houston, the Houston Astros, they'll charge you $7.50, but they actually take $12.50 out of your account because they're cheaters.
Yeah.
They're going to
Nice.
cheat you.
That's
They
a
are cheaters.
good
Thank you.
one, Jeffco.
They're
Thank
cheaters.
you. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Swuzman says, Jeffrey, my friend who lives in downtown Chicago, says $30 beers at some bars.
Oh, my goodness.
Stop
Wow.
it.
Just insane.
$30
There's no way I'd ever pay for
beers.
that.
Wow.
That's insane. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, nothing beats the Phoenix Rising and their $1 beer nights.
Nothing beats that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what does. Air conditioning. That's what beats
Yeah.
$1 beer night.
Yeah.
Moist One says, I hope you have a good birthday, Harris.
Thanks, Moist One. Appreciate that. Thank you. Look at
Randy,
Moist
do you
One.
want to sing to Harris?
Sure, we could sing to him.
You guys
You
want to?
want to?
Do I want to?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to.
Hmm.
But I just want to see if you wanted to.
Well, I mean, I think we could sing to him though.
Ah, crap. All right. How you going high or you going low?
I'll go high.
I'll go low. Ready?
All right. Yeah.
Happy
birthday
We should sing
to
together, Randy.
you.
We should probably sing together at the same time.
What
Ready?
about opera?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Wait, I thought you were going high.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Harris. Happy birthday to you. I may have hurt myself with that last note.
Yeah.
Oh no, Randy, are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah. no.
Okay, good.
It's the end of the show. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1930, Maximilian Adolf Otto Siegfried Schlemming of Germany, he became the only fighter to win the World Heavyweight Championship on a foul. When Jack Sharkey of Boston was disqualified by referee Jim Crowley for a low blow in the fourth round, Schlemming and Sharkey, by the way, whose real name is Joseph Dukakis, they were fighting for a title. It was just vacated by Gene Tunney. He had retired. You don't know why you have to hit me with such a low blow in the nether regions. Be a real fighter. Bring him up here. Maximilian Adolf Otto Siegfried Schlemming.
Schlemming.
The dude had 5 names. Our Hispanic friends are like, hey, dude, Maximilian, calm down. That's way too many names.
Bro, what are you doing?
Way too many names.
Holy crap.
Yeah, but he won on a foul
Oh.
because the guy hit him in the junk. He won the championship.
Wow.
That's why.
Do you want to win that way? I wouldn't want to win that way.
No. I'd want to win fair. Fair
You're
and
like, I'd be
square.
happy with second place if you don't hit me in the junk.
Yeah, man. Keep your hands out of my pants
Keep
and we'll
your
be
hands
fine.
out of my junk, man. Come on.
At least you don't punch me in the junk.
Yeah.
I don't want to exclude myself from any future fun, so I'm not going to say it the way you guys said it.
Where's
Hey, what do you say we all just knock this off and go watch some hockey?
I think we should do that right away.
Yeah, so it's on the TNT, the True TV, and on Max. So if you got any of those things, you can go watch the game. And then Panthers just went up 2-0 over the Oilers.
Way, dude. No way.
It's getting kind of ugly. See you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Good night.
West